Dun 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 dun.
Guacha, good morning, Zambia. My name is Chanda, and I'm a voice actor in Abu Dhabi. I'm using my voice to promote Zambian history and culture, like the mighty Mosio Tunya.
Somewhere in Zambia, the Victoria Falls, one of the 7 natural wonders of the world, locally known as the Mosio Tunya, which means the smoke that thunders.
Kabwe's Broken Hill Skull.
The Kabwe Cranium. The Broken Hill Skull. Zambians. Who was this ancient man, and why should we care?
For international standard voiceovers, reach out to me on email. callmevocal@hotmail.com.
Again with the drum.
This is like coming to America, eh? The drums and all.
Oh, Mr. Bones.
Oh, Mr. Bones, yeah. You know the drum only comes out for special people, kings, queens, and today we have the one and only Johnny Walker Gold Label Reserve. Is it just Johnny Walker, like the whole brand?
Just Johnny Walker.
Yes. Johnny Walker, brand ambassador, Def Jam recording artist, an artist who stayed relevant in the game longer than anybody expected. A queen. Ladies and gentlemen, she made us find a venue with air conditioning. She lives up to her name. If there's ice in your name, you need to be in a cool room every day. Temperatures here today, close to 0, eh?
Yeah.
Close to 0.
I'm wearing a sweater, you're wearing a sweater.
I know, right?
And it's hot as hell outside.
Cleo, you made us come to a very... We're at the Hilton Hotel, by the way. And... Whose phone is that? Anyway, what the Hilton Hotel? Cleo, it's not your phone.
No, it's not. It can't be.
Whose phone? Switch. I use an iPhone.
Anyway.
Anywho, so Cleo made us find a room with a very powerful air conditioner, and we did just that. We're in the Hilton Hotel. Thanks a lot to the Hilton for making this possible for us. Thanks a lot to Chanda Mianda for sponsoring this episode. Chanda Mianda is a voiceover artist who's based in Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi.
Have you heard
with
his?
The Arabs? Oh, I've heard his voice, man.
His voice, yeah. So if you need any voiceover works, Cleo as well. Like if you're doing an album launch or at a gig,
for shows,
exactly. Chanda Mianda, check him out on Instagram. It's called Call Me Vocal.
Call Me Vocal. Okay, we'll check him out.
Cleo
Do you know the amount of chicks I'll be getting if I had that guy's voice?
I'll drink to that. Oh, by the way, I'm as recommended by Cleo, I'm drinking Gold Label Reserve today.
Yes.
She emphasized that we have to taste this today.
Yes, I emphasize. So let us know. How does it taste?
It's brilliant, smooth. You can swallow it without cringing, man. Like it's really good stuff. Yeah.
Good.
Cleo, I saw you come in from downstairs, and you were in a very nice car, by the way.
How did you see me coming from downstairs?
It's a white car, right?
Yes.
Mercedes Benz, right?
Yes.
Ooh. I'm curious. When I look at a person like, I think this is like usually my first question to people like you. Mm-hmm. I'm curious, and I know it's a little narcissistic if all you ever listen to is just your own music. And as you were driving in, I was thinking to myself, I wonder what she listens to in that air-conditioned Mercedes Benz. What do you listen to when you're coming to an interview? Yeah. What do you listen to when coming to an interview like this one?
Today I was listening to City of Gods, the Alicia Keys version.
New York City.
Oh, I love that song.
The one
Brilliant.
with
That's
Kanye,
Oh, man.
I'm so obsessed with it right now.
You and I both. And you know the craziest part is somebody tried to convince me that song was garbage.
Really?
You know what I mean? So you don't pay attention to it because someone told you that, until I listened to it a couple of times and I was like, wait, hold on.
No, it's beautiful.
This
Have you
song's
heard
actually
the version,
fire.
the Alicia Keys version?
Yeah, I have.
I'm losing my lover to the arms of
It's
another.
beautiful.
It's a brilliant song. Do you ever listen to songs and wish you did that song? Could that be one of them?
Sometimes, no, but that's not really one of them. That one makes me feel like I want to write a verse to it. So I just might.
Have you?
know. Not yet. I've written to a few beats, but yeah, I think it'll happen more often.
Like which beat?
Right now, I've written to Lick by Shinsia featuring Megan Thee Stallion, and to California by Dre and Park.
Elson is thinking right now, can she just give us a sample?
No,
maybe?
No, that's not what I'm thinking. I'll tell you what I'm thinking.
Lick.
No. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She gives me Megan Good vibes. Or is it just me?
I was here before Megan Good, so.
Yeah, she
Doesn't
was,
she look a
Maybe
little like Megan Good?
gives you
Cleo Ice Queen
exactly. Yeah.
vibes.
Yeah.
Let's get that straight.
Today's guest, Clementina Mulenga, and every time I research on you, I've been planning on having an interview with you for such a long time, and I'm so excited, so happy that you're here. But I'm a little curious, and I think I speak for that demographic that doesn't know about how this person came to be. And this show is one that brings out a side of people that people didn't know. Okay, I'd like to start with Clementina Mulenga, because I first time I heard your name, I thought maybe you're like Cleopatra or something like that. So what happened there with the coming up with the name Cleo?
There's two, before you answer that.
Yeah.
There's only two of them is Cleos that I know.
Yeah.
The first one, do you know, like back in the day, there was this fake psychic who had like a telephone line who used to go, call me now. You never heard of that, Miss Cleo?
Oh, I never heard about it, but I saw it on Instagram recently.
You saw that, right?
Yeah.
And that she was not actually from the Caribbean. That was a
Really?
fake
She was making
accent. She made that up. Her
Yeah.
and a porn star. You know Miss Cleo, right?
I wouldn't know.
No? Okay.
Anywho, yeah, you were explaining?
You were saying.
So yes, because my name is so long, it's got 10 letters in it.
Clementina
Exactly.
Mulenga.
Clementina alone has got 10 letters, so
Damn.
it's quite a long name. I
Yeah.
don't even know the story of how I learned to spell my name. I should ask my mom, because that's usually the first thing that a child learns.
Yeah.
So I think when a person tends to have a long name, everybody always tries to shorten it, When I was young, they used to call me Clay, some people would call me Tina, some people would call me all sorts of names. So I don't know how the Cleo came about, but it was in high school, I think. Definitely high school, I think 8th or 9th or 10th grade, somewhere there. So after all the experiments of all the names, I kind of settled on Cleo and I liked it. So it was short and sweet. So yeah.
I think if anybody, and if you're going to lie to anybody about how you came up with the name, tell them this. That's how you were Cleo Ice Queen, Cleopatra the Queen, and you being a queen as well, like a Nubian queen. I think it'll work out that way.
I think everything just kind of fell into place because it's the CLE, and then from there the name is so long. So you just when you see me, you go like, oh, so it's like Cleo. But that's the story.
Cleo,
I need to tell.
no.
Not
There's something wrong here. Clementina was 10 letters long, and you're saying it was too long.
Yeah.
Isn't Cleo Ice Queen? Three
No,
words
but
in one
Cleo,
name.
right?
Yeah.
Ice Queen is different
Yeah.
because it's a name and a surname. Ice Queen is one name. Okay?
Okay.
So it's Cleo Ice
Ice
Queen.
Queen.
Yeah, it's like the way you would say Alexander McQueen, so it's Cleo Ice Queen. So you can call me Miss Ice Queen or
Yeah.
you can call me Cleo.
I like how you mentioned that people would shorten your name to Clay or Tina. We've got these habits. Like I remember my mom's place as a maid. She's got a son, Newton. I don't know how lazy people are.
Until it became New.
No, worse than that. Worse than that.
Zambia.
The name is Newton. Newton.
Yeah, that's
They've removed the last N and she's called Vananuto.
I see. Yeah. I'm that person though. I like
Yeah.
to have nicknames for people, like without their consent. And I know people don't like that sometimes.
Yeah,
But I'm that person. I'll give you a short name.
but there's no Newto in your life.
No, there's no
Yeah.
Newton in my life.
Cleo, if you were not a rapper today, what would you have been?
It's funny. When I was in 6th grade, I think, when I attempted to write my grade 8,
Yeah.
I remember what I was asked. I actually saw a book in my mom's house. I said business lady. And then when I was leaving high school, before leaving high school, probably like grade 10, I was certain I wanted to be a rapper and a basketball player because I did both. And then when I was leaving grade 12, when I realized, okay, this is Zambia, I'm not going to be a professional basketball player and I'm not so sure about the rap thing, I wanted to be a pilot. So yeah, those are pretty much all the careers I wanted. Which I think, except the basketball one, I'm still going to fly one day. Yeah, but the basketball, I'm not so sure. Can't decide to just get rid of the nails, but yeah.
Interesting.
Everything else is there. Business lady, rapper. It's just the pilot.
So what drove you into rapping though?
I don't think anything drove me into rapping. I think it's just something that's always been a part of me. My dad was not very musical, but he was a music lover. He was a big fan of music. So we had those vinyl records at home, a lot of them, tons of them.
Who didn't have those?
Yeah,
in the
every
house?
genre.
Yeah.
Like he had a massive collection.
What did you listen to growing up?
We listened to a lot of. I remember my earliest memories is probably Michael Jackson, Madonna, Tupac. There was probably a little bit of some New Edition there. You know, the good old golden hits of the 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what was mostly in our house. Luther Vandross. Who else?
That's really across all genres, eh?
UB40.
Wow.
Yeah, I love UB40. I was so happy when they came here.
So you're one of those people who, when people ask you what to listen to, you can't say just one thing.
Yeah, a lot of Bob Marley as well. My dad.
You haven't mentioned rumba in that collection, though.
Oh yes, rumba. Of course, there was a lot of rumba in the house. But why I didn't like rumba is because I couldn't dance to it, and my sister would always shine. So it's like, that's her moment. You know, that's
Evelyn.
her thing. Not Evelyn, Tamara, my other sister.
I heard about Evelyn today, but that's why I popped the name up.
Oh,
What did you
really?
hear about Evelyn?
I heard from when I was buying our drinks at the reception here at the Hilton.
Lee?
I don't know, one of the guys at the reception
Yeah,
said,
Lee,
"Oh yeah,
he says they were together in primary school.
yes, you spoke to him as well, yeah."
Chelston
yeah.
Music, yes, at Chelston School, yes.
He told me quite a lot though, but it's not for the interview.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
good. That's why she's not here and I am. Moving on.
Rapper, punchline after punchline everywhere. So who would you say? You know, like when you're growing up, especially in this country, and you mention things like, "I want to be a rapper." Of course, you always look down upon because everybody in the family wants you to be a doctor. They want you to be, you know, something else. Sounds like with the airport, eh? Martin, what's that sound now?
Please remain calm.
I think
My emergency has been recorded.
Okay.
Okay.
That's weird.
Who would you say was the first person to recognize that skill that you feel you have today?
I'm not sure because I just remember seeing photos of myself when I was 4 years old and I was singing to the audience. Not really an audience, but it was my birthday party. I know the nursery school that I went to, they were very adamant about developing our skills and our talents. So the first song they taught us was Michael Jackson's Heal the World. And I must have been 3 when learning it because I performed it when I was 4 years old on my 4th birthday. And I think it was a proud moment for my parents that I could sing the whole Michael Jackson song, and it was a whole thing. And ever since then, I think there's always been some music to me until I was 6 and I discovered Tupac and Coolio and
And that was it.
It was a rap from there. And I discovered Michael Jackson was a man because I always thought he was a woman. And then I was heartbroken. Yeah, like seriously,
But dude,
I cried.
you can't blame her.
I cried.
With voice like "Heal the World."
Yes, and you know, he had the long hair
Yeah.
and he used to do that. Talk softly.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So and he had the pink lips and everything. So I was convinced that this was a female. And when I found out he was a guy, I actually cried. And then I think I was kind of disappointed.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I
Heartbroken.
moved on to Tupac.
You thought it was one of you.
Oh, you moved on to Tupac?
It's one of us. Yeah.
Okay.
Tupac, yes.
Well, we hope you do not take after Jada with how she treats Will. Because anybody that is
Anybody
obsessed,
Tupac, yes.
anybody who's
Really?
obsessed with
But
Tupac
every
shame.
woman loves Tupac, isn't it?
Oh, I think there's levels to this, right? There's
I
levels
don't
to
think we
this.
know Jada's story fully. We need to sit down. We need to bring her here and ask her a few questions before we judge her too harsh.
Oh man, I
when we
feel
buy a red table.
Yeah, I think.
yeah, I feel sorry for that man.
Will Smith.
Yeah, I don't think he needs rehab in India. I think he needs a divorce.
But I think it's tricky. You know, with marriages, from looking outside, you can always have your say. And of course, the woman is always judged harshly. Not to defend Jada or to defend Will or whoever, but I just feel there's a lot in that relationship that we do not know.
Absolutely.
From the beginning, remember, we used to always hear rumors that they're in an open marriage. Remember those rumors?
Yeah.
And it seemed like that for a little bit of some time because I think Will had a whole other relationship as well.
right.
certain
That he
lady.
kept hidden
He kept
out of
hidden,
respect.
but, you know, things still came out. We saw the photos and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But this is obviously journalists digging, you know what I mean?
It is their job to dig. So for him to still stay there, I mean, he's a man. Man makes his own decisions and carves and his own path. The kids are grown. So why
What
is
was
he
your
still
take?
there?
What was your take on that slap though?
Honestly, I felt everything was just a little bit staged. It's Hollywood. I don't.
Do you
trust
still
it.
think it's staged?
I don't trust Hollywood.
especially even after all the backlash, him losing the movies that he has, him being banned from the Academy Awards?
I don't know. He's part of the Oscars production this year, you know.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if it was staged. I don't think it was staged. Do you?
From the facials, no. But anyway, we've spoken about this before. So
Yeah.
We've spoken enough about this.
I just don't trust Hollywood. I know
You and Shela
everybody's got
Tukuta,
their own, opinions. But I don't know.
But do you ever think about what Will Smith feels like after July every year?
Oh Jesus. That is
I think Will
After that
Smith
incident.
knows so much more than about August, but it's just that the August situation was public.
Yeah.
Personally, that's what I think.
Because even after Will Smith, we now have Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Oh, Amber Heard, yeah?
Yeah. Just hold on, Martin, you might want to check that out.
What, there's like an emergency at the door.
It seems so.
This interview though. Warnings through the speakers and stuff. But anyway, Cleo,
Are we still rolling?
Yeah, we're still rolling.
Oh, geez.
It's a podcast, not ZNBC.
I was gonna be like, cut.
Nah,
We'll try
fam.
and edit that out.
We don't roll like that. But anyway,
Okay.
I was talking about, you coming up in the game and things that you wanted to do. I'm a little curious now, like being where you are today, and you've spoken about things that you wanted to be growing up, pilots and all that. How supportive was family, the parents, when you finally ventured into entertainment, being a rapper?
Because
was that
it's
like?
always been a part of me. I think
Yeah.
it wasn't a surprise. Nothing was really shocking to them. I was always that girl writing all the lyrics to all the songs, singing along, demanding that they get me the CD from Sounds whenever whatever comes out. You know, I was into Lil Bow Wow like crazy, like it was a crazy.
You and millions of other girls.
Right? But no, mine was next level because I remember driving around town with my dad, going through all the Sound stores,
Looking for a
the
CD.
new Bow Wow, and we didn't find it. He had to go to Joburg to go and get it because yes, it was that serious.
Damn.
So yeah, so I think it's just always been a part of me. Even when I won some competition, actually, when I was 15, it was called Back to School with a Million. And we had Brio on that competition and another dance crew. And I won that competition. And I won the million. And my mom was like, oh.
So this thing is real.
Okay, I'm stick on my lights. Now, just became like all sorts of bills.
But what did you budget though? Before your mother's...
I just wanted sneakers and I got a little phone. You know those little Motorola's?
Yeah. Is it the black one or the blue light in the background?
No, it didn't have the blue lights. It was just that round one. It was round like this with a small little antenna and had those soft buttons on it. Yes,
Plastic buttons.
yes. I got that for myself.
You got that and your mom still got her electricity and groceries.
Yeah, she got her electricity and her groceries. She was traveling. I think she was going to India or something to start a business selling leather coats and jewelry and stuff. So she left me with a ton of bills to pay before she left. Yeah.
What did your parents do growing up?
My dad started out, from what I remember, what's written in my birth certificate is that he was a traffic warden at the airport. So yeah, that guy.
Fancy.
Yeah.
Which is why you wanted to be a pilot, yeah?
Maybe.
So enough
grew
planes
up
in your
around,
childhood, yeah.
Airports and stuff like that. And then he went on to become the director of the duty-free shops. And then he retired early and was a businessman. So hence the business lady. I guess always looking up to your parents.
Right.
My mom was mostly a stay-at-home mom, but she'll dabble into a few businesses here and there. But my dad was that type. He took care of everything. And, my mom was more of like, stay at home.
And siblings? You got any siblings?
Siblings, I've got siblings. Yeah, five of us. I'm the middle child. So a sister, a brother, me, a sister, a brother. So I've got
dope.
2 sisters and 2 brothers.
Okay.
I have everything. An older brother, older sister, younger sister. So sibling problems, just hit me up. I know how to deal with these things.
And you're right in the middle, so you know
Right
best.
in the middle,
You got the
yes.
best of both worlds.
Best of both worlds. So blessed.
Damn. Let's fast forward from you singing, Heal the World.
Yes. Make it a better
To
place.
Twala Luisa.
We even had a choreography and everything.
No. Yeah.
Twala Luisha, that song, I did that song solo when I was in Joburg. 'Cause
Yeah.
That's where my career started out. Well, not really, but that's where it kind of catapulted me into, a different sphere of this whole music game. So I did that song. I did a whole EP. It's called Topic of Discussion. Do check it out. It was a mixtape at the time, actually, not an EP. And so I had the opportunity to meet JK, and I was like, I need to go prepared. I went with my little disc, little demo, played him the songs, and he liked the song called Big Dreams. So there was an original version to that song, and then he said, I like this one, I think we can work with this one, I'll remix it and whatnot. We recorded here in town at Findico House at Nemo's studio. I think it was called Timeline. I can't really remember. Something like that. But yeah, Nemo was the one that recorded us with, what was his name? The other guy. Damn. Can't remember, but it was a while back. This was 2012, right? 2012. So yeah, he actually got Exile to come into the studio. Exile sang something. It was nice, but it wasn't really the vibe. And then he sang something and then didn't work out. It sat for a bit, and then he sang that Twala Luisha. And then we're like, yeah, this is it. This is it.
Wait, Exile or JK sang that?
JK.
Oh, so the Exile project he just threw in the bin.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, that's how that happened. And I went into the Big Brother house before.
No, wait. We're coming to that. I'm trying to stick to the big dreams first.
Yeah.
Going through your social media, it appears as though you just woke up one day and this magical life, happened. And it's interesting that, you started your music career in 2011, if I recall correctly. Pretty much around that time.
2011.
Yeah. And that was like a huge single, Big Dreams featuring JK. Now, having a JK feature, that was a big deal.
Yeah, that was 2013.
Yeah.
When the single came out.
And yet, that was like 2011, yeah. And
2013.
Yet, 2013.
Yeah.
And then you had no album until like 2016.
2015.
2015.
But end of 2015, yeah. December.
So why do you think your career took all those years to sort of jump off?
I don't know. I think great things take time, so maybe that's why.
Yeah, but it wasn't deliberate, was it?
I don't think it was deliberate. I think it was, probably resources as well.
Yeah.
And just the fact that JK played a huge role into making the song big and putting this female rapper who raps all the way in English onto this platform where everybody's actually vibing with her. So it took some time to catch that, to continue with the consistency, first of all, because people will probably think, we'll hear of her and then she'll die out and we'll forget about her.
Yeah.
But you have to keep on going, and that's the keep on going. You release songs, you keep going until you convince people to say, listen, I'm here to stay. Yes. Exactly.
And then Big Brother happened. Was this like a pure chess move, or was it like a major chess move, or pure luck?
No. It wasn't a chess move.
How did that happen,
pure
though?
luck also.
Yeah.
I did want to be in the Big Brother house from the time I was 21. I knew it because I think I remember, when was the other Big Brother? The one with Charisse? Charisse just had...
That was like 2001.
Right? She just had such an impact on...
2001 or 2,
all of us.
2001.
No. It was 2003.
3, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Actually, my dad loved the Big Brother with the girl, that South African girl, Abby. And I think there was Gaetano in there or something.
No, the Gaetano one is the Charisse one.
That's the Charisse one.
Yeah.
There was the South African one, which had like Abby, the colored girl, and...
I don't think we had a taste of Big Brother until Charisse went into it.
No, there was a Big Brother South Africa first.
Yeah, but it wasn't popular here.
Okay.
We didn't know much about Big Brother until Charisse went into
The
it.
only reason I watched Big Brother was for Shower Hour.
Yeah, we know.
Do they still have that?
I don't know. We don't have Big Brother Africa anymore though. So I don't really keep up with the Big Brother Niger or Mzansi because I just failed to connect. Yeah. So it had always been something that I wanted to do. And I was like, when I turn 21, when I'm of age, I can go and, it looks like so much fun. And I'm a social butterfly. So I like to mingle with people, especially from different cultures. That just, it gets me.
Made love to your mind, yeah.
Exactly. Something like that.
Yeah.
So I was 21 and I auditioned and I didn't get it. And then I was 22 and then they had the All Stars. And then I was 23 and I went with my sister. And they're like, we like you, but we're not so sure about your sister. I wish they met her now. And then the next year, I auditioned and I was alone. And yeah, somehow, some way, we just kept on. And when they accept you, you're not supposed to tell anybody. Once they get wind of it, you are instantly disqualified. You're supposed to keep it on the hush. So when that keep it on the hush moment came, is when I said I need to put my ducks in a row so that when I'm in the house, things are happening.
Wait, how many auditions? Did I count 4?
No, 3.
3?
Yeah.
What kept you persistent though?
I told myself I'll keep going until I'm 25.
Damn.
Yeah, I was like, I'll keep going till I'm 25. Once I'm 25, I don't think I'll want to do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, if there's a lesson you're learning from this episode. Persistence overcomes resistance. The big brother couldn't say no anymore to Cleo.
I know, right?
Yeah, I know.
The first audition,
Yeah.
actually, I didn't make it. I was late. And then the second one, the one I went with my sister, we made it to a certain level. Then they took Talia and the sister. Yeah, because that was the double one. And then the third audition. So the one that I actually made it to was the second. It was my second audition physical, but it was my third attempt, if you get it.
Damn.
Yeah. So we shot the video quickly, the big dreams. We had started, but we didn't finish resources until I told JK, I was like, yo, I'm going into the house, bro. We need to finish this thing. You know, it's like, yeah, I think
You
let's
broke
get
the
it done.
big brother code. You're supposed to keep it a secret.
No. I had to tell somebody. You know what I mean? Just like, yo, listen.
And you had to leverage being in the big brother to push the song, right?
Yes,
when you
yes.
come out, yeah.
I called Salma as well. I was like, hi, I really want to work with you. This and this and this. And we went into studio, recorded a few things. Like, I did it very strategically, and I just told them, like, we need to keep this on the hush and everything. So the few people that mattered, like my job, I had to tell them, like, I'm going away for a bit. I hope when I come back, I can get my job back. You know, some said no. Some said yeah, but I was just way too busy anyway when I came back. Yeah.
Wait, what job was this?
I was working at a place called, I forgot the name of the company, but we used to do a show called Cash Call. I don't know if you had ever seen it on ZNBC, where there's like a little game on the screen and they're telling you, like, if you can sort this out, call now and you get $50, call 444 now, and then it keeps giving you clues and then the money keeps going up. You had never seen that on TV?
No, we're watching It's the Dingo.
Oh, it used to
that
come
time.
like during the day.
Serious?
Yeah, and it was live, but we used to actually record it in Joburg.
Probably that's why we never watched it. We were hustling that time. During the day.
I guess. Yeah, but it was called Cash Call, and that's what we used to do. So it was live TV. It gave me an experience of what it's like to be on live TV, because there's no room for error. You have to, you know, they're in your ear. The producer's like, no, Cleo, now say this. And just say,
Oh, you were the presenter?
And then, yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I was like 22, 21, 22. something like that.
Entertainment just follows you, eh?
I guess.
So you get accepted into the big brother.
Yeah.
What was the journey like? You get in, you meet at what point do you meet the other people? Is it when you get into the house? Is it before?
When you get into the house.
So you
they're
don't
trying
know
to
who
keep you
else.
secluded.
Right. So you don't know who else is in there.
No.
So what was it like? First time you get in there, you get in the house.
Obviously, it was exciting, you know, meeting everybody new. You all just want to know what's your story, you know, where
Right.
you're from, how did you come here, what prompted you to come here, all of those kinds of things. It was just great meeting. So for me, it was like stress relief because, you know, I had a lot of bills and everything. So yeah, I was a very starving artist. That's why I was so skinny. That wasn't even my weight. This is my weight. This is my real weight. Like that, I was starving. Yes,
Any instant attraction when you got in there?
Not really. I tried my best to be like, okay, I told myself no romantic engagements in the house because that's not my game.
But you
I was
you were
me,
single
I'm
at that
part of
point.
the dudes, you know what I mean? Yeah, yeah.
But you were single.
I was single. I had to go in there single. I just feel like you play your game a little bit better when you're single. In
Wait,
the
when you
house.
say you had to, like, did you have a boyfriend then that you dumped because you had to be single in the house?
Not really. I just didn't engage in any serious relationship.
Casual?
I just felt like it wasn't the time. Casual, nah. I was also very focused on the grind, hey?
Right.
So, you know, when you're focused on the grind, it's about the grind.
No distractions.
No distractions
Yeah.
at that time. And you're below 25. So it's not really, relationships are not really the first thing on your mind.
Actually, they are when you're below 25.
Really?
Yeah.
No, for
Well,
women,
maybe
no,
because-
for women, no.
For women, no.
Yeah, for guys, yeah. For women, I feel like late 20s, early 30s
Is when they really get deep into
is
it.
when they really get deep into it.
Yeah, that's when it feels like now it's kind of serious.
Right.
Yeah.
Or you start feeling like the clock is,
I don't
You're running
know.
out of
I already
time.
had a child when I was going into the house. So maybe that's why also it's just like, no, man. I already...
So did you have
I
any?
always wanted kids, you know. I
Yeah.
think I always prioritized having a child more than anything. So once I had her, I was just very content. And I was
how old were you when you had her?
love. I was 20.
Okay, that's nice. What's her name?
It's childbearing age.
Yeah.
No. It's a good age. I think it's a good age. You sort of like grow together. She probably looks like a young sister now, yeah?
Yeah, she kind of does actually. We wear the same size clothes and everything.
Wow.
See what I
Wait,
mean?
so did you have any strategy getting into the house?
I really had no strategy. I was just like, I'm just going to be me. And I just want Africa to know me. I want them to know I can rap. I want to be, a global superstar. I was like, this is it. Like, I'll rap any opportunity I get. was very irritating. I know. I did that in Joburg as well. Like every club, when I'm like, I see someone performing, I'm like, nah, that person is not doing justice to the man. And I'll always find my way. Even like a DJ is playing, I'll be like, I need to go and be the hype man. How do I get there and get the microphone and just, I was that person.
You were driven.
Was really that person. Now that I think about it, I'm like, oh my goodness, the courage, like the balls you had to have in a city like Joburg to walk up to the DJ, grab the mic, and just. One place I was at, a lady was performing. Apparently, she had come from Angola. I just told the DJ, I said, yo, give me the mic. This set is boring. And then I took the mic and I was rapping, and everybody thought it was part of the act. They thought that I was a feature artist with her. Like, I know. It was so crazy.
You didn't get stabbed?
No, I didn't. I got robbed a few times though, but no, I
Listen, something that I want to find out. I forgot what artist I was listening to. It was an interview, and she was complaining about how when you are a female artist, you are treated a lot different, especially early on when you're starting. You might not have the resources to afford good producers, etc. And she mentioned how some producers would actually say, unless you and I have a sexual relationship, you're not going to go far, right? Which is something that most females that want to make it in the music industry sadly are faced with. Did you face any of that?
Funny enough, I don't think I've faced any of that, eh?
Nobody wanted to shag you for studio time, for gigs.
For studio time, for gigs, no, not that I know of. But
Cleo,
maybe I've buried it.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think it's relative. Sometimes you can tell, that this person likes you, and eventually they'll want something from you. So it's either you stay away and find a different means,
or you play along.
I don't know how playing along, how far it can go. You get what I mean? So you just, I don't know. You have to, every situation is different, But I think most females, we can tell when a guy likes us, unless there's some naivety to you. Maybe you're very young and you're not really picking up on the signs, and you're also just like being that innocent person. But you get to a certain point where you can tell, and you have to make your decision. Am I going to go along with this, or am I not going to go along with this?
So how would you have treated it?
Honestly, it's very difficult to take a situation that you're not physically in. You can say something now, but when you're in that situation, it will be something different. I personally feel for the females that have to go through that. And I feel I do quite what I can to be a pillar to younger girls in the industry. Obviously, I can't cater to everybody. There's millions of girls. But I just see persistence and drive. And when I take on somebody and I chat to them on my WhatsApp or whatever, I'm always open to giving advice, giving options that are safer, options wherever they feel like this is not working out. And it's always up to a person to take the advice or not. If you have maybe a certain manager that I can clearly see that this person doesn't have this one's interest at heart, I will tell the girl and say, maybe try something else. So you've got this and this at your disposal, so use that. I have to know you, obviously, to give you that advice. I just can't be random and be like, no, Iwe, manje, this, no, because I don't know you. You know what I mean? So it takes time. You need to build these relationships in order for you to help protect and see where you can just play your part in helping younger girls. But I do want to have a house called House of Hers. I did apply for that. What's it called? The Youth Empowerment Fund. I did apply. I had a killer business proposal. I didn't get it, but it was called House of Hers, which is supposed to be a hub for.
If you were a cadre, you'd have gotten it last year.
I know a couple of people that did, actually.
Without being cadres.
Really, eh? Yeah, so it was called House of Hers. It was supposed to be this whole hub that caters to females. So female drummers, pianists, everything, instrumentalists, artists, painters, producers, everything. It was just supposed to be a hub for females.
Why do you feel like most female musicians, rappers especially, they feel like they have to incorporate sex either in their act?
Like who?
Lots of female artists, the way they dress.
Remy Ma, Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, exactly what they rap about.
Iggy Azalea.
Let's bring it home.
Bringing it home. Who do I?
I don't think they're.
Incorporate sex. I think that's one thing that
Deborah, yeah, but that's pretty new, you know. And everybody is buzzing about it, isn't it? Everybody was buzzing about her. Wasn't she on everybody's lips? So then are you going to blame her for doing that? What sells? Sex sells.
Sex sells at the end of the day.
I'm not going to judge a person who's going to
But
use that.
you haven't used much sex in your career though.
It's about preference.
You've got sex appeal.
It's about choice.
You've got sex appeal, but you haven't used sex to sell.
It's about preference and choices.
And amongst the upcoming, rappers, like who do you see has that sort of hunger that you had when coming up in the game?
I like Princess Natasha Chancellor.
I was about to bring that one up. Natasha Chancellor, yeah?
Yeah, she's got such a drive. She's such a superstar. You can
I like
see
her.
it.
She's hungry.
Yes, very much.
I really like her. I saw, when I was doing a bit of research on you and I was going through your Instagram, I saw, which university is this again?
Cavendish.
Cavendish. Is it the opening?
Freshers Ball.
Freshers Ball. And how when you were on stage, you called her and how she just came on stage, the way she looked at you. I can tell she looks up to you. But for me, what was more important is how you looked at her like, you know what I mean? That little sister, like I really want you to make it bigger than I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
What relationship do you guys have and what are you whispering into her ears like at this point in her life?
Funny enough, we don't chat as often. We chat when it's necessary.
You guys look like you had a lot of chemistry on the stage.
I think it's the studio sessions we've had, what we've worked on, the discussions that we have based on what we've worked on.
Yeah.
It's a very great work relationship. Yeah, I feel she's very, very driven, and I see her going very, very far. And I was so proud to have her on that EP that I sent to Def Jam. I was like, listen to what we have, yo. Like, listen to what we have here at home. And they did call me asking about a few of the artists on the EP, which just made me so excited. I was happy to give out numbers.
We're coming to the EP. We've digressed so much from Big Brother. I think let's get back into the house.
Let's get out of the house.
Cleo, this is Big Brother. The shower sessions, though.
Yeah.
You had those in your time in the house, yeah?
Well, you have to shower in the house. You have to shower. What are you going to do?
Did you ever think about, considering our culture? And
But we definitely go Sam.
No, but without cameras, though. You shower without cameras.
But the cameras are there. What can I do? I gotta take a shower.
No, that's what I'm saying. Looking at how, our culture. Let me bring it back home. Our culture and the way Zambians look at you, like, did you, have people bringing that up when you came back out of Big Brother house?
Not really.
Nobody.
Yeah, they brought up the drinking.
What, you drank a lot in the house?
I don't know, but me and Delish were a little bit wild. Wild. Yeah,
Who brought it up though?
Wild. I think it was at one press conference or something. They were like, the way you were drinking in the house, the example to children. I was like, first of all, I'm above the age of 18 and 21. So I am allowed to drink. Second of all, I'm in a safe environment. I'm not driving. I'm not drinking irresponsibly. I always vouch for drink responsibly.
Yeah.
So that's just how I tackled that question. I mean, I'm in a house locked up. What do you expect me to do? Biggie's giving me alcohol. Just watch it or do I drink it? You know what I mean?
You know what else I hate? Is when people say, what example are you setting for children? I hate that because I always say, look, it's your job to parent.
They are your children.
They are your
mine.
children. People are so lazy to parent. They want Cleo to raise their children. They want Mnet to raise their children. Oh, why are you putting this show on Mnet, etc.? It's your job to freaking parent.
Yeah.
You
But
know
if
what
I
I mean?
catch you under 18 drinking, trust me, I'm going to smack you.
Just gonna whoop that ass.
Yes, I will.
She's part of the village that it takes to raise a man.
Yes, I am. Like there's this once I was driving out of a certain house and I saw like little girls in a uniform and a car had stopped by and like they were talking, and they were like, I'm like, what is going on here? Why has that car stopped to talk to these girls in the uniform? So I moved and I looked at the car and then I looked at the girls like, Wakambachan, Amuzanjan. No. And then he was like, no, they're at school with my young sister. I was asking them about notes. And indeed, he had the young sister on the passenger seat. And I was like, oh,
lucky you.
Then I even drove away, So I do get into that mode sometimes. I'm very overprotective when it comes to children and their innocence and protect them as much as you can until they get out in the big bad world and discover certain things for themselves.
Speaking of alcohol, we had a planning meeting with our producer yesterday, Kaluba, who was telling us that she's been seeing comments and people have been saying we shouldn't be drinking on set when recording these. And I thought to myself, this is not ZNBC. It's a podcast. And then Cleo today is our buyer. Nah, but one thing
Sorry,
is...
Kalua.
Sorry, Kaluba.
The fan.
But one thing is, I think to all the people who comment about our drinking in the episodes, we drink responsibly to start
Definitely.
with. And it's a chill. This is not an interview. It's a chill. It's mostly like a chill with old friends. You know what I
Only
mean?
you drink, dude.
With Cleo. I'm helping Cleo today.
My drink hasn't moved.
Speaking of
Just
drinking,
moving.
you came with you told us about restrictions. Johnny Walker and the restrictions that come.
Boyfriend.
Yeah, you're the brand ambassador. I did not know the things that you have to go through as a brand ambassador. You spoke about how you can't even sip on set, and then you spoke about the level of the drink and how it should never go down below the label on the bottle. What's that about, though?
Guys, that's just brand policies. Let's leave them at that. Don't question it.
Yeah,
Just watch.
curiosity though. Anyway, back to the Big Brother house.
Speaking of brands.
Yeah.
Sorry, before we get to the Big Brother house. So you didn't mention where we're shooting from, where the Hilton.
Yeah,
And they got me flowers.
they gave her flowers. Yeah,
Ooh, look
upon
at
arrival.
you. Beautiful. So, Tato, our very good friend, asked me to tell everybody that, shikes, because this is actually going to air after. Actually, I think this is all weekends. So there's a weekend special, which is a standard room for 1,500 for two, and a family room for 2 adults and 2 kids at 2,500
Per night.
a night.
Okay.
$2,500. You know, there's people
Clearly
that have
can
never
be-
been into a hotel before,
And it's only 2,500 kwacha. You know, we look at buildings sometimes,
and it's a whole family,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
we look at buildings sometimes, and then fear overcomes us, and we think, maybe it's for Fiabena Cleo. If you know what I mean, Cleo looks so rich and bougie, and
And you know what's
drinks gold label.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy is, again, the standard room is 1,500. I know lodges that cost
1,500.
1,500,
That's very reasonable.
and the one that we're in is like
And it comes with
3,200.
breakfast.
Yes, bed and breakfast.
I just love that.
And this is
about
a
myself.
Hilton too.
Yeah, it's a Hilton. It's a flex.
Cleo, speaking of Big Brother, though, I know it was almost a decade ago. It was, right?
No, we're gonna be a decade next year.
That was 2013.
Yeah,
Well,
2013. Yes, correct.
He dropped out of college.
Yeah,
Forgive his math.
I'm sure the comments at this point,
You need a damn abacus.
the comments right now, everybody's saying Elson never passed an opportunity to talk about my
Hell
dropping
no.
out of college. Cleo, do you think you would have had this level of success, or let me say international success, without Big Brother?
Who knows?
Of course. Have you heard her voice?
Who knows?
Let her answer the question, though.
Who knows?
She might have another reason.
Who knows? Like I told you, I don't speak about situations until they're physically there.
Yeah.
You just never know.
I asked that because a lot of people would say, without Big Brother, I don't think Cleo would have blown. But here's my reasoning. I'm one
I would have
believer.
probably blown in SA first, actually, because the only reason before Big Brother in 2012,
Yeah.
I was nominated in South African Music Awards, Best Female category, alongside Nanya Nakai and Kanye Mavi, I think at the time. There was the 3 of us nominees.
Yeah.
And I had my mixtape out at that time. And that's what got nominated in the South African Hip Hop Awards. So the moment they realized that I was actually Zambian was when I exposed my ass in the Big Brother house. You see? So at that point,
Exposed your ass, like literally.
Yeah.
exposed myself.
Right.
I know that came out so wrong.
I was about to run my Googles right now.
in the Big Brother house.
Like Cleo's ass in the Big Brother house.
No. I've never really been, I don't mind my sexuality, but I don't like to overt flaunt it also. If it's there, it's there. You know? It ain't tricking if you got it. You
Nah,
got
it
you
ain't.
got it. So, yeah, that's what
Dude, we need to buy the equipment, man.
So now
I
we
can't keep
do.
using my trumpet
No,
lips,
hell
you know?
no.
Oh, crap. I can,
Yeah, you got the drum, the royal drum. Come on.
If you got it, flaunt it.
No, I didn't say flaunted. I just said if you got it, you got it. That's all.
No, and you got it.
So thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so
I'm sure you get that a lot.
Yeah, so that's that. You see, maybe I would have gone in a different path because then I would have been focusing on something else and growing my career in Joburg and in SA, because not to say that I took myself as a South African.
Yeah.
It's just that they noticed my mixtape and they nominated it. I never mentioned where I'm from or this or that. It just happened. South Africa also has this thing where they have taken up people like Oskido. You don't know he's from Zim.
Yeah.
So is Nadia Nakai?
She also has Zim heritage.
Or who
Gigi
needs to
Lamine
wash? Who needs to
too,
wash
as
her
well.
ass with that AKA guy?
Gemini Major from Malawi, you know.
Gemini's from Malawi.
So, yes.
Maporisa, no, it's not Maporisa. Who's the
Tish Mataz from Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
DJ Fresh Botswana.
Yeah, you see. So there is a lot of that happens because I was there for a long time. I was there for 7 years. So imagine if I was there for like 10 years. I already speak, Kulumesi Zulu Kancane. So there's already that. You see, and if I had stayed there longer, I only moved back to Zambia because there was more opportunities for me here then.
How long were you in SA for?
7 years.
7 years.
That's a lifetime.
Yeah, it's quite a long time. And so my roots of even building my lingo, the way I spoke, the way I hung out, I was there since I was 17, going on 18. So it was part of me at that point. And all my friends were South African, Zimbabwean, Kenyan,
Right.
So,
that exposes you too, because the way you think, the way you approach certain things, the more you travel, your perspective on life changes because you get to appreciate other people's culture and you see how small and insignificant your own culture is, and there you go. Right,
we're very, very intertwined. Our cultures are very, very similar, and it just shows me that the whole Southern Africa is one people.
I went to university in Belgium, South Africa. No, I worked in Belgium. Okay. And the first phrase that I learned in Afrikaans was "Ek gaan jou bliksem." Don't mess with me, I'll beat your ass. Because you have to tell these white people don't mess with you, man.
I'm impressed you learned something in those lines, man.
What you thought it was something to do with sex?
Yeah, like I want to sleep with you.
No, man.
That actually almost sounded convincing.
I learned it from some mates. But anyway.
Yeah, so that was that. We wouldn't know where the journey would have taken me.
I think this is how you should answer this from now on. There's no avoiding destiny. It was God's plan for your success. You had to go through that journey. God had planned it.
To be where I am today.
Do you Google all these things, man?
Google what?
All these phrases.
No, they just come. Yeah, they just come. But anyway.
So we'll use the phrases and somebody will still ask me to expand.
Yeah, bon.
Expand?
Yeah, bon. Exactly. And now then you're stuck. Because this one here just told you a phrase and stopped right there.
Yeah.
So Big Brother House happens and you come back. And this is when your song now like really blows, right?
Yeah. That was so cool.
What was that like? Coming back to Zambia and your song blows and your career sort of like takes off now.
I never experienced it, to be honest.
I never experienced
it. I honestly didn't expect the overwhelming response that I got when I came back. They told me to like, passenger Clementina Mlenga, please stay back in the plane. I'm like,
what have I done? Do I have drugs in my bag?
I was just like, shit, this is a scandal. This is bad.
You were like, ooh, that vibrator. The one in my luggage.
It didn't make it, unfortunately. Anyway. So they told me to stay back, and then they escorted me out of the plane, and they took me to the VIP room, and my family was there, my mom, my daughter, my aunts, and everything. It was just so overwhelming. There was media, there was so many people. Like, they received me flowers, there was a limo waiting for me. I had to stay at a hotel. I had security for days. They'll check my room before I enter it. Clear. Yeah.
Who would want to kill Cleo, man? Like, what the hell?
Who would rob me? I didn't even have any money. I didn't win. So yeah, it was pretty cool for like a week or so. That's what was going on, and it was just, I was really very, very humbled by the whole experience. It just, and that amount of like fame, right, and attention that you get, it's defining. It's very career defining. It defines who you're going to be, how you're going to perceive, being famous, and how it affects you as well as a person, whether it's there or whether it's not there.
That too could destroy you.
It can. And a lot of people do get into depression after Big Brother House. A lot of people, because you come out and there's so much attention, and then it dies
and
down.
Then just like that.
And then you start to feel like, am I enough? What's going on?
We had the guy from... The guy got slim. There was that guy from... Is it JJ? Is it from Namibia? I'm heading somewhere with this.
JJ was from...
Botswana or Zimbabwe?
Are you talking about Nando from Tanzania?
He's on a lost weight and got depressed because of losing the fame.
Because the fame left?
No, Nando was on drugs. That's what I remember. I recall, like, guys,
but what you're saying though, there's that guy JJ. And I bring that up because what you said, I think his lifestyle brings that home, where you've got the fame, then you don't have it anymore. And then we started seeing this guy trying everything, music, TV shows, and about to keep that thing. It's JJ, right? For me, I looked at him like, okay, he's really trying to, keep that going. But how did you work around that though? Like a week later, you didn't have the security, you didn't have that celebrity status at that level anymore.
I don't like the whole thing. I just, like you see, I came alone. I love my peace. I love to be to myself. I like to make my own decisions. I like to, I'm just very self-reliant.
But that's impossible though now in terms of you being anonymous.
How did I come here?
No, of course. I don't mean in terms of security.
No, anonymous. Well, I move in a tinted car. That helps. But I can't always hide. I am who I am, and I'm just not fazed by whether you see me or you don't see me. Doesn't matter to me. I'm still going to be me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's what I focus on.
At what point though did you realize you're famous? What happened?
Are we talking about after the Big Brother experience or
whenever?
The first time.
I think that experience, just, that stay back in the plane, go to the VIP room, the amount of people that were there. We had a sold out show. I think we made like 100,000 at that show in 2013.
2013, that was a lot, yeah.
That was a lot of money.
So in the plane, was that like on the intercom? Did the pilot make the announcement?
Yes,
he was told from the tower, announce this.
Yeah.
He must have felt your shit.
Yeah, it was
though.
crazy. Because even in Joburg, when we were doing the media run, it was also just like people would shout your name in the mall, this and that. Even till now, sometimes I forget when I travel out of Zambia, I was in Dubai and this girl was like, it's Cleo. I'm just like,
it's just me.
Girl, we in Dubai. Like,
I can imagine.
She was a Zim girl and she was really excited and she went to call her Kenyan friend and the other one and they were working.
The whole village.
Yeah, but it was pretty cool.
I can imagine all the judgmental looks from the white people when the pilot says she must remain behind in the plane. They must have been looking at her like, hey, criminal.
I was about to share some Australian experience, but you're going to attack me on that.
Oh, here we go. Let me tell you something.
Come on, noise.
Let me tell you. Hold on. Let me tell you, Clay.
Shut up.
Relax. Shut up. Let me tell you something about this guy. Do you know how you know if
oh, there we go again. Yeah.
If Kalenga has been to Australia?
He will tell you.
He'll tell you. That's the second thing that he'll tell you after he introduces himself.
Okay,
hi, I'm Kalenga. I've been to Australia.
Tell us what
Tell us, Kalenga.
Look, all I'm saying is I can relate a bit to what you went through on that that flight. The experience of the pilot telling you not to get out of the plane.
Because when you got on the plane going to Australia?
No, when I got off the plane, we reached Perth. And you know how you wait for your bags by the carousel?
Yeah.
All the bags. And the A380 is a big plane. It's like, what, almost 500 people on the flight?
Mm-hmm.
You even took note of the plane that you used to go to Australia.
Of course, you must. You must, Mwana Zambia.
You must. It's the biggest plane in the world, so you're going to know. It's the biggest commercial plane in the world. Okay. So the bags come out by the carousel, and all the passengers get their bags, right? Mine doesn't come out. Mm-hmm. 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So I go to the security guy. There was a lady, actually, white lady standing by the carousel. I'm like, my bag doesn't come out. What's the story? And
did you use that bag? You know that bag that people in Comesa use, like that plastic Changani bag?
The Uber bag. So my bag doesn't come out. I tell the security lady about it and she says, no, just wait, it's going to come out. Mm-hmm. Cleo, about 45 minutes, I waited for my bag and it finally came out like a lonely bag comes out. I pick it up and I pick the bag up. I turn around and there's just two security guys standing next to me and I'm just thinking, shit.
What did I do?
What did they find in my bag? Did some white guy plant some weed in my bag that I was trying to transport to Australia or something?
Was that your first time?
My first time, yeah.
Wow.
So the security guys tell me, sir, may you please follow us? And I've seen Border Patrol like I don't know many times on National Geographic.
Right.
Dude, my heart. I was sweating and it was a cold night. I think we landed at night, yeah. Mm-hmm. I almost died from high blood pressure then. So I'm walking behind these guys. One of them has a dog. They both have guns. And all the people from that flight were all checking in through immigration and they passed me around everyone. And people are looking at me like, and I was the only black guy on that flight.
In Australia, don't play with that.
One black guy on the whole flight. And they're walking me past all these people. Not in handcuffs, at least. And we got to the front of the line and they told me, have your passport stamped. And the lady does a stamp and they say, you can go.
Huh?
Oh, I think it was the inconvenience, right?
I know you're.
It was the inconvenience, right? The 45-minute wait. Probably.
I hear from Lombe, the guy who organized the gig that I went to DJ at. He tells me there's two things here. You're the only guy on the plane, so of course
You were
It's
the
a-
only
it's-
guy on the plane.
No, sorry, only black person on the plane. So it's a little suspicious, maybe. I don't know. And he says they probably checked your visa and it said you're coming to DJ. So maybe they thought of giving you special treatment because on the same a flight before that, apparently Nasty C got the same treatment. So
Wow.
I know
So
the feeling.
So you were like a superstar.
So you were like
Ah,
Yeah.
nice.
Did you make that up?
No.
How?
True
It's
story.
100 times telling this story.
I know, right? No, because each dude, it's the most fear I've ever experienced in my life. Especially when you watch Border Patrol National
Right,
Geographic like
yeah,
1,000 times.
yeah.
And security picks you up.
Right.
Each dude.
Anything can happen. Oh,
Cleo, let's talk about your rapping now, though.
Yeah.
We've digressed a little. Yeah,
I know it's you
This
guys.
episode is lit, though.
just here like, hey.
Your rapping career, though. Okay, let me start with a meme making the rounds this week. Where
I saw that. Is this the one that I sent to you? Wait, let me show you.
there's a meme about
There's a
you
meme.
this week.
Let me
Yes.
show you.
There's a meme.
Wait,
Watch
hold
it.
on. Let me show her. Let me show
Why?
her.
I just live my life.
This meme says. What does the meme say again?
Now, wait. You know what? I'm gonna throw him under the bus. I'm gonna show you the meme,
hate this
and I wanna show you his response. So that's what it says.
It says Cleo has not had a hit song.
No,
So-
read it out loud.
It happens.
Wait, hold on. Let me show you. Oh, hold on. Let me show you his response.
Whose response?
My response.
True though.
That's Kalinga's response.
Okay, for those
Oh,
for
wow.
those watching and Sally, are you putting this on screen though?
Now,
No,
we'll
up
give
in
you
post
the thing and
post production.
yeah,
So
post-production.
it says the same way Cleo Ice Queen has managed to stay relevant in the music industry without a hit song is the same way I have managed to make my girlfriend happy without giving her money.
Jesus.
Now, Cleo, how have you managed to stay relevant for so long? And let's be honest. The last time we really had like a major breakout hit song from Cleo Ice Queen, I think was Big Dreams. And after that, you've just sort of managed to stay there. A lot of people have come and gone, but you're just there, sea level.
Isn't that what it is? Isn't that what gives you longevity?
What gives you
Because,
longevity though?
once you're at the top, right?
Yeah.
You're at number one, you've got the greatest hit, you've got this and that, right? We've had many one-hit wonders come through. They've given us,
Yeah.
we've danced, and they go. You know what I mean? But that's not my game. If I make a hit song, well, good. But
Well and
I
good.
make music that I love. You know, I make music that I love. I have people who appreciate the music that I love. Otherwise, then they wouldn't come to the shows. Otherwise, then they wouldn't be following on the socials. Otherwise, I wouldn't be winning awards. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
don't know. I can't really credit myself, to be honest with you. It's God's grace that has seen me through. Ultimately, that's what I always credit it to. It's God's grace. It's not my power. It's not my strength. It's not all me. So,
But so many people have got God's grace, but they're lazy.
so there's your answer.
So you're always working. Do you feel maybe the numbers that you've garnered maybe on social media helps as well in terms of staying relevant? Maybe.
Sometimes I even wonder, like, who are these people? Especially the biggest one is Twitter, because I look at the numbers and I'm like, it's like 160 something thousand. It's very difficult to get numbers up on Twitter.
Yeah.
Because you have to talk.
And you have to be negative in your talk.
I don't know, actually. But I just feel like in my position, damned if you do, damned if you don't type of situation. So I choose to just rather, if you air out too much of your opinion, you will be under too much scrutiny for having an opinion to begin with. And so I just said, you know what, I'm going to channel it all into my music. And that's why the EP that's coming is very important to me. I know we're getting to that.
Yeah.
But I channeled a lot of that into my music. Like if you listen to So Cold, which is the first single that dropped from Leaders of the New School, it was very vulnerable and very sentimental to me because I wrote from the heart. I wrote about all the things that I want to tweet about, So I said, where am I going to channel my energy? It's going to be in the music rather than me going with my Twitter fingers or talking some shit on a podcast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let me channel it to the music. If you want to hear what I have to say, go listen to my music. That's all.
Speaking of social media, what do your DMs look like though? I can imagine.
My DMs are dry.
No,
They're dry.
You're too
Bullshit.
beautiful to give us
I
that
don't
line.
Don't even lie to you guys. The DMs are dry. Ain't nobody up in there.
Where's your phone at?
Does Kaladocious threaten people for the DMs to be dry? Or
You
what?
Who's
even know
gonna
he's
do
not
this?
on that tip.
I don't believe you. That's
No,
what,
I don't
that's
believe
why I'm
you.
staring at you right now. I don't
Like
believe
honestly,
you.
who has the time? He's
Who
too
handles
busy
your
making
IG?
money to be hollering at people.
Who handles your IG?
I do.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have guys sliding into your DMs?
If
Hoping.
they're there, then probably I haven't seen them because I have a section of my DMs that I just really open.
The request section on Instagram.
Section.
Right.
Yeah, we only, for me, it's a business hub. You know what I mean? For me, social media is a business hub.
Same.
It's not a place to come and show you my life. This is how I'm living. There's the car I'm driving. This is the. For other people, it's that, because it's a lifestyle. You know, so they say it's not bragging. It's what marketing, influencing,
Right.
whatever. So to each their own. For me, social media is my business place. It's my office, you know, and that's why it's run so well. And that's why there's the deals coming in, because everything is highly managed. I'm a business admin student, marketing student. I apply these things into me as a brand. So I take myself as the brand, and I take it very seriously. So all of that reflects, and this is why I have these strong brand partnerships that we have long-term business relationships with, that I don't want to see messed up.
Right.
So,
because Bobby was saying he gets unsolicited nudes in his DMs.
I've never had any of those.
No,
thank
really?
God. No, I've never.
Okay.
Yeah. I think, I don't know. It's with guys it's different from girls. So you can't really
You'd
compare.
think?
I would think.
Check your
I don't
request.
think
Check
anybody
your
would
request
want
section.
to
You'd be
send
surprised. They're checking one
I
of those.
don't even open any pictures.
Say again.
Because this guy has a crush on you. He could be there. Just check.
So
I
anyway,
doubt it.
He doesn't look like he has a crush on you.
so you mentioned
I don't know.
Just joking.
There's a
Man.
long line.
you mentioned how you make music for yourself.
Yeah.
What's the process
Not really for myself, but yeah.
that you enjoy?
Ultimately.
Yeah. What's the process like when you're creating a song?
It's
Do you get like in a trance?
It's different all the time. Some songs have been written before the beat, and most songs are written to the beat. So I work very closely with the producer. It's about, you know, how we're vibing, how we're feeling, and I create with the producer as well sometimes, like Shinko. And right now my current producer, the beat banger, he is insane. He's kind of unfolded a different side to me that we've been exploring in terms of melody and sound, but that's coming later. Right now we're still wrapping up the hip hop side of things, and then so it's always different. And lately I've learned to engage writers or like people are good with melodies, right? I'm not the best at melodies because I'm a rapper, but I'm good with lyrics. I'm good with putting words together.
Right.
So if somebody comes up with a melody, it's easy for me to fill in with some words, and that's where we've been marrying a lot with different songwriters, or you know, the people that create melodies. I'm involving more and more people in that process, whereas before I was very selfish. It was just me. Like I couldn't even accept somebody even putting one word, like I was like no. You know, the street cred and everything. But now, after growing in the game and just like realizing so much and thinking, okay, there might be some monotonousness to the topics that I'll always speak about. So it now helps to have another brain to tap into and just see, okay, so this is how you can actually tell a story in a different way. So basically, I'm always learning, and I'm always open to learning. I could never really put myself as I am the god of this, you know what I mean? I feel like what keeps me relevant also to a certain degree is I'm always open to learning and just,
How do you handle features, right? So an artist already has a direction and a theme of what they want a song to be about, and they just brief you about it. How do you tap into that?
That makes it so much easier for me, because I don't have to stress about direction. I don't have to stress about what is the topic. I just get into that headspace and create from there.
On the flip side of that coin, you mentioned you'd rather have other people write for you to break the monotony.
No, I didn't say I'd rather have you stepped out. So
I was listening. Well, you spoke about how you
upgrade.
have not really rather, but you have other people write for you sometimes to break the monotony.
No. I've opened up a little bit more
Ah,
now.
okay.
So having other people contribute to my music.
There are serious hip hop heads out there, and there are many. And a lot of these hip hop heads, you know, a lot of times will not.
I'm the hip hop head.
Okay, let's talk about hip hop fans.
Talk about me.
You know, who do not have respect for female rappers because they sort of feel a lot of female rappers are ghost written for. you know, what are your thoughts on this? Not being a fan of a female rapper because you feel every female rapper has a ghostwriter.
I don't think every female rapper has a ghostwriter. Like, I don't believe in ghostwriters. If you're going to write for me, just come and write for me. You know what I mean? If you know you can write and you're looking for a job, just hit me up. Call me. I've got money. I'll give you sheets, Buddha. Just call me up. You know, if you want to write the lyrics. I don't mind. But like I was telling him, for me, starting out in the game, I've been that person as well. I'm very staunch about hip hop. You're not a hip hop artist until you write your own rhymes. You know what I mean? And
This is why Diddy
always been on that
is
tip.
never been on the best hip hop. Never.
Because why?
And you know, with Diddy,
Because he doesn't write his own rhymes.
and you can actually tell when it's Nas. When you hear Diddy talk about miracles like he walks on water,
tell when
you know
it's Nas.
that's not Diddy.
But you know the craziest thing
Yeah.
though is when it comes to hip hop, and more to the point that you made, I feel like there really isn't any shame in getting any ghostwriters.
And but I think at this point, guys, the whole ghosting needs to die. Writers should be credited for their work.
That's it.
Period.
Yeah,
Like,
some
just
don't want to
put
be
them-
known though.
Well,
Just
if
the
there are
other.
some that don't want to be known. That's new to me. But for me, I love to give people their credit.
Right.
You know, and like I was saying, I've always been that person. I've always written my own raps.
Serious?
Yes, I've always written my own raps. And it's just
Wow.
recently with this new project that I said, let me try something different. Let me bring in people who brings in a melody and I add the lyrics and we discuss a topic. We'll sit down. I've been working with, the project is far from out, so I don't want to let it out of the bag, but I've been working with somebody where we sit and I tell them where my head is at. This is my idea. This is what's going on. This is this. And obviously you have to be close enough to this person to have this conversation with them, and there's NDAs involved and whatnot. Okay. So once those conversations happen and we get the beat and we're there, we're vibing, we're like, okay, so I know I don't do the melodies much, but I do a few, you know, like my recent song with Toela on my own, I wrote that with my producer and recorded the demo for her. I sent it to her. She loved it. She came, added her own touch and whatever. So I don't feel like that makes Toela less of a talent just because a rapper has written a song. There's a song that Salma has done called Side Chick. I wrote the chorus. I
Damn.
did it and gave it to her. She loved it. The song she did Falling on my album, I wrote the chorus. She loved it. She sang it. You know, I think it should go. That's what made me open up a little bit more and say, okay, let me try something different. So now I'm a little bit more open to having somebody come in and we bounce ideas off and we pick somebody's brain, because that's what brings you into the learning experience. I guess other rappers do it as well with guys. Maybe you find like how Jay-Z had, what was his name?
I was about to say the same
Damon
thing.
Dash, or how he was bouncing off with Kanye West.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not that Kanye wrote for him, but he did
Just
pick a
bounce off
vibe from
ideas.
him.
Yeah,
You get
true.
what I
Yeah.
mean? Same way with Drake and Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is the greatest of all time.
No, it's not. Jay-Z
okay,
is.
whatever. Topic for another day.
We will fight in here.
But Wayne had that era, remember?
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah, this
Wayne
time,
had
yeah.
that era.
Until
where
Birdman killed it.
Wayne is just Wayne.
Yeah.
But then he got to a point where I lost touch with Wayne when he became Tunchi. And he changed his sound. He was, use my charisma, jump on that, you know, he changed his whole vibe, changed his sound, and went Young Thuggish, and then it went Drake-ish, because he's bouncing off of these people. Whether they're writing for him or not, we don't know, you know, but there's that whole thing. And
Catching
that's
the
where
vibe,
I also opened up myself. I said, nah, let me vibe, you know, let me explore, because you can't stay staunch and stuck in your ways like forever. Otherwise you will die out. You know, because hip hop is changing. It's
Like
growing.
Nas.
It's evolving. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Nas is an amazing lyricist, but if you look at
He didn't change with the times.
his level and Jay-Z's level,
Different, yeah.
it all just depends on what you want to be. If you want to be known as a GOAT and you're broke, you be that. You know what I mean?
Wait, when you
I
say-
wanna be
Yeah,
great
you're
at
talking
what-
about guys like Talib Kweli, who...
No, hold on.
You
When
know
you
what
say
I mean?
when you say level,
Most
they're
devs.
dope,
I just wanna
you
be
know?
underground.
KRS-One,
Yeah.
whatever, you know. And that's okay. That's their thing. You know what I mean? But for me, I told myself I don't want to be already rap in English in Zambia is underground. Just that alone. We're already underground. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for me, I said, I don't want to stay underground. I'm already kind of a mainstream figure publicly, maybe image-wise or whatever. But music-wise, if I continue with my same
So would you call a
old
guy like
style of
Critic,
rap,
would you call that underground though, because he raps in English?
like I said,
Yeah.
rap in English in Zambia,
Is
you are
underground.
already underground. You're not mainstream. You know what I mean? Your songs will barely play on the radio. It's the same as me.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Because we rap in English.
Yeah.
It's the thing. So for me, I decided with the leaders of the new school, I'm going to get all my cats who rap in English and we're going to make a vibe out of it. Whoever vibes. You know
That's
what I
what's
mean?
up.
Well, until the day that we become mainstream in one way or another. I know now it's difficult because Amapiano is taking over us. There's already a lot going on. So it's not the time for us to now start, we need to bring it back.
Do you think that for rappers that rap strictly in vernac, they are also just limiting their market and their audience?
That is a very tough question at the moment, hey? Because I don't know what it is with us here in Zambia and why our rappers are not going. I think maybe because our tongue, our mother tongue, it's beautiful, but it's somehow maybe not too familiar. So maybe the more, I don't know if it's the more of it that we do, I don't have the answers, Sway, but I don't know if it's the more of it that we do that will get us out there, or we need to somehow change and incorporate different vibes into it. Like I've noticed Sarkodie, his vibe has changed a bit. Before he was like full on rapping in Tree, but now he puts the Tree words, the Tree is the language in Ghana, and then he mixes it with a little bit of the English, but it's still sounding like he's rapping in his, but you're picking up what he's saying and you're like, oh, this is a vibe, you know what I mean? Regardless, I don't understand what he's saying. So I feel like we all just need to be open to learning rather than telling each other, you need to do this. But what about you? What have you done?
To show me. Show me.
You don't tell somebody to do it. You ain't never did it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So this is the time when we actually need to get it together and just think, what's going to make us pop? What is going to make us, tick and actually do it on a global level? And then when the time comes, we actually show that, okay, this is how I finesse my rhymes. This is how ill I am. Right now, it's not working out for us because very few of us are crossing the borders, even just in Malawi. You know what I mean? So we really need to get our heads together, get our sound right, and just...
How profitable has the music been for you, though?
Music on its own, music sales, not so profitable. But it's an element of the brand. It's an element of brand Cleo Ice Queen. So it can't be neglected. It can only be polished. And that's what we're working on right now. It's polishing that side of the brand, because I think every other aspect of the brand has been polished. The presenting, the brand endorsement side of it, the marketing part of it, the image, all of that has been really
the use
finessed.
of social media.
Yes, the use of social media. So now I feel I'm at a place where I really want to play with the music because everything else is sort of on lock. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. And now
I think you've taken a very good direction, because it's not just a Zambian or African or American problem. It's a global thing where music sales have sort of gone down and people are now working with brands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think for a Zambian, you've done very well for yourself, because a lot of people who, like we said, you may not have had a big song in such a long time, but you've stayed there and you're making money. You just had 2 major deals happen in the space of 1 month. That's unrivaled in this country.
Yeah.
Now,
the money be coming in. That's why matters. Make the world go around.
That's what you look like money, by the way. One of the biggest disses any rapper can get is when somebody brings up your inability to freestyle. Do you freestyle?
Is it?
No, really?
A lot of times, yeah.
No, I don't
Yeah, then they can diss me all the one. Freestyling has never been my forte.
So you've never done freestyling before?
I have done freestyling, but most time I've been intoxicated, so it's like it just comes at that time. And for me, I rap the way I talk.
Yeah.
It's not something that I make up. It's not a persona that I come and bring in the studio. It's me like this and just expressing my thoughts on something or putting words together, making them rhyme. It's never really been about the punchlines or, oh, did you hear what she said? Of course, I want to be clever with the raps and, I work on my vocab, I work on my reading, I work on what I watch and this and that, just to grow myself as a person and as an artist, listen to different people. I rarely listen to hip hop though these days, because I feel like the more hip hop I listen to, the more it'll kind of saturate, or what's the word? Contaminate my way of thinking and my way of expressing. So I try to avoid, especially artists like Nicki Minaj, because she's female, I'm female. We already have those similarities. So it's very automatic that people will compare me to her. You know, or someone like, maybe now there's more coming up like Cardi B, like Megan Thee Stallion or Saweetie or whoever they be. But if I tell you, the first time I heard about Nicki Minaj, I was in Joburg. I think I was like 19 or 20, somewhere there.
Yeah.
And someone texted me from Cape Town, a friend also we were from Zambia, but we were at school that side. And they texted me from Cape Town. They're like, BBM, have you heard this girl, Nicki Minaj? Cleo, she reminds me of you. She raps just like you. So this is a person that's new to Nicki Minaj, right? Because Nicki has just come out. But the first person that comes to their mind when they heard Nicki was me. You get what I mean? It's just that I didn't have that global platform.
She did.
From the crazy hair colors, wearing contact lenses, making funny faces, everything.
That was you.
That was me. Like, that was so me. Loving pink, all of that. Like, there was a tomboy, more of a tomboy aspect to me. But everything. So when this person told me that, I was like, really? And then I started to look into her and I was like, oh, wow, she's really nice.
This is a mirror image of me.
I was like, this is really nice with it, but I think I'm better than her. You know, I was really convinced. I was like, I'm better than this chick. It's always like that though, right? When somebody comes up, you always kind of feel like, especially like in the beginning of the hip hop years, you always feel like you are the best. Like nobody is better than you.
Yeah, of
course.
You get it. Yeah. So that's also what hip hop is. It's part of, but like I said, like hip hop is changing. The culture is changing. The flow is changing. Hip hop has now become almost like R&B. If I ever make you angry.
Drake. No, I don't agree. This whole singing.
Yo, if you listen to the rappers now that are big, they're singing their shit.
It's more melody than anything else,
They're
right?
melodic.
Yeah,
Think of it,
I'm telling you.
No, that whole singing thing, I don't know. That's just never been
They're
me.
not vibing.
That's just the whole Drake, Kanye West,
serious Jay-Z fan.
Jay-Z.
Serious Jay-Z fan.
No, I feel.
I appreciate Jay-Z. I love Jay-Z. For me, he's the ultimate. He's the blueprint for real. Because you know what? Jay-Z also kind of had that vibe where he never really had. There was never really a Jay-Z era.
No.
Jay-Z alone. The way Wayne.
The way Drake held down the past 10 years.
The way Drake held down, and Jay-Z said it. Drake's up next. See what he do with it. Blueprint 3.
I remember.
Every day.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, correct. So,
And you know what else shocked me is when we were speaking of ghostwriters. Did you know that Jay-Z wrote Still Dre?
oh really?
Yeah, I heard Snoop Dogg say that on Drink
Jay-Z-
Champs.
Jay-Z wrote Still Dre.
Snoop Dogg brought that up. Yeah.
Dope. How come we never knew this?
Because he doesn't want the credit for it. He didn't want the credit
No,
for
it's
it.
actually Dr. Dre who brought it up on the Jimmy Iovine Dr. Dre documentary.
Jay-
he
I
brought it
watched
up.
that whole thing. I never saw that.
No,
part.
Dr. Dre spoke
Dre
about
said it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Jay just didn't want credit for
Must
it.
have missed it.
Yeah.
He said he wrote it, recorded it, and sent him a copy to listen to, and they just sort of mimed it in the studio
wow.
with their voices.
Yeah.
You see that? Does that take away from the greatness of Dr. Dre?
No, it doesn't.
What
That's
is
one of
it?
his biggest songs.
No, not really.
Doesn't.
Exactly.
Cleo, speaking of,
But I think Dre is a better producer than he's a rapper.
Definitely
anyway.
by far.
and a perfectionist, like you saw from the documentary, like every beat he makes, he'll go through like 100 times before he releases it.
Yeah.
Cleo, speaking of productions though.
Speaking of hip hop,
Yeah.
Kendrick is coming up with a new album, right?
I wouldn't know. I'm not much of a hip hop fan, eh?
Really?
Jesus.
Really?
No, not really.
Eish, that's so
Jesus.
weird.
I like hip hop, but I'm not a hip hop head like he is. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh man.
Cleo, you know when we think, let's talk about Def Jam, man. Let's talk about the
talk about
elephant
it.
in the room.
Let's talk about Def Jam.
You know, when we think of, I need to move the mic for this, and I just dropped it. You know what?
All right.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room. You know, when you hear Def
like
Jam,
grabbing that mic, huh?
like hold like a cucumber, Mr.
You like
Moses.
grabbing it, huh? Look at you with both hands even.
Okay.
Kiki
Cleo,
match.
can we talk about Def Jam?
Yeah.
I know you can hear me.
Yeah, I'm ignoring you. You notice
the
that,
man
right?
be. Let
You
the
notice
man
that. You know, when you hear Def Jam, you think of hip hop's biggest names: Jay-Z, Kanye West,
Cleo Ice
Jeezy,
Queen.
Rihanna. Come on, we're coming to that. Relax. Nasty C, Casper Vest. The list goes on and on. It's big name after big name. Boyti as well.
Yeah.
It was announced last month that you had been signed by Def Jam Records Africa, and I must say, I think not last month, about 2 months ago, 3.
Wasn't it January? February? January.
Going to 3.5
I
months
told you
now,
not to give this guy any goddamn Johnny Walker.
Give him some more.
I'm missing my math now, yeah. I must
and
say,
Christopher Gatongo, same WhatsApp group.
the second the announcement came up, I think we all felt so proud to be Zambian.
Congratulations.
Congratulations are in order.
So much. Thank you.
I think the phrase Zambia Kuchalo must have been the hashtag trending on Twitter that day.
Right?
Yeah, Zambia Kuchalo, Cleo Ice Queen.
Yeah.
A huge congratulations to
Thank you.
I'd like to find out, now that you're signed to an international label, are we going to see more, of your music becoming, more Afro beats, less Zambian?
Wait, firstly, before you answer that, that's a horrible first question. What does that Def Jam check look like?
I'm coming to that. Come on, let's talk about the music first.
Let's talk about the music first.
We'll talk about the check. It's coming.
Okay.
So are we going to see Cleo being less Zambian and more maybe Afro beats to fit into maybe what the label wants for you in terms of international success?
When Def Jam reached out, we sent my producer, the Beat Banger, and I, sent out a couple of projects. We've been working, I've been working on 3 projects simultaneously. So those are Leaders of the New School. There's an album that I'm working on with Mag 44, and Tim is part of the writers camp. Sammy Master is part of the writers camp. Myself, and who else did we engage? I think it's just the 3 of us right now. And then there's another one I'm working on with the Beat Banger, which is Lyrical Beauty. This one is called I Am Her. This one is Leaders of the New School. Names might change.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm giving you this is very exclusive information.
Inside info.
Mm-hmm. So I've been working on this simultaneously. Okay, I love the album with Mag 44. Oh, it's shaping up so beautifully, and bouncing ideas with a guy like Tim.
Yeah.
Like we're just like
that guy's a lyricist. Like
I know,
serious,
we're just like right on par. Like everything is just
same
so
frequency.
Same frequency.
Yeah.
Sammy Master also. He is insane. That guy is a talent. He plays the guitar, and he writes music as well, like music. He wrote me this sick chorus. It's just I can't wait for everybody to hear it. So this is the main hip hop album that I'm working on. All right, and that one will be coming after this Leaders of the New School. But this one is more me. Leaders of the New School is about me and the kids just. Us vibing, me tapping into the energy, them tapping into my energy, my connections, my fan base, or whatever it might be, mutual exchange. So with these 3 projects, we sent them a song from each project. Okay. So with the Lyrical Beauty, with the Beat Banger and I, the Beat Banger is more of an Afro beats producer.
Yeah.
So he works with melodies, and he got me to sing a few things, sing like this, sing like this, sing like that, sing like this. It's not an experimental thing, but it's just a different direction, a different sound altogether. So we did a bit of Amapiano on that as well. A beautiful song that I absolutely love, and I just love what I did on it. So we sent these 3 songs to Def Jam, our favorite 3. And then they asked me, they said, Cleo, what do you want to do? Do you want to rap? Or do you want to do Amapiano? Or do you want to do Afrobeats? Because Def Jam is a hip hop label. I said, yo. Stop right there. Said, stop right there.
I will do what you...
Nizavi rap. I will rap. Wake me up in the middle of the night. I will give you a rap. To be signed for what you really do, for what you really love. That's just the dream.
It's heaven.
Which rapper doesn't want that? Tell me which rapper doesn't want that. Come on, guys. Honestly, I cried. I prayed and I cried to God. I said, God, is this you?
That's what I was saying. God's plan.
Is this what you're doing? Like, I don't even know how to express it. I was really overwhelmed. I cried. And trust me, when I got the call, it wasn't the end, because the conversation was like this.
Yeah.
There was even like, no, it's not going to happen.
And then we were thinking of just one call, like, we want you.
Yeah, there was a lot. There was a lot. It was a journey. Like to finally get there and sign that, hey, there was a lot of back and forth. A whole lot of back and forth.
But what was the low for you, like in all of this? Like
A low?
The low.
There was no low.
No, I mean, like you mentioned, there was a point where they said it might not happen. Like what?
I think
what
there was a middleman involved, and then communication was getting, so we cut out the middleman. And
Just went straight.
yeah,
What was he asking for too much? That
no, it's not even about what he was asking for. He just didn't understand me and understand the dream. I think that's what it was. So.
Probably didn't have airtime as well to be calling Def Jam. So do you own your masters?
Yes,
You do?
I do own my masters.
And how many albums do you owe them?
I owe them an EP and an album and 2 singles.
and then Def Jam is so selective with who they work with.
Yeah.
What do you think qualified you, like, for them to finally say, Cleo, you're coming
Call
here?
them on this podcast and ask them.
They didn't tell you.
Why would you question that?
Why would you question that?
I'm just trying to think. I'm trying to go through the whole process.
You know, there's a saying that says, "Do not look a gift horse in the mouth."
Do not look at what?
A gift horse in the mouth.
Okay, maybe let me rephrase the question.
So
What do you think qualified you?
My work ethic.
She's dope.
My raps, bruh. My music, everything. I'm a whole package, man.
Don't answer for her. What if it was the social media numbers?
Oh, what?
No, I just feel like the way I've branded myself, like I told you, there's different aspects to the brand, okay?
Yeah.
One thing I love about myself is my work ethic. I know I showed up late. I'm sorry, but I showed up and I believed you guys.
I mean, it was only 4 hours late. Who's complaining, though? We're not complaining.
You didn't have to mention that.
You're only 4 hours late. But who's
4.5.
complaining? 4.5. But who's complaining?
And who's counting?
Yeah, I know, right?
This does not take 1 minute, okay?
You sound like
So-
Mutale Mwanza. She made us wait for 3 hours. So you went an hour and a half extra. But you're extra. We understand.
That's my girl.
But she's prettier though.
She's prettier than Mutale.
She's prettier.
No, I don't think that's something
In my
very
opinion.
kind to say. Because it's relative.
In my opinion.
Okay, you're entitled to your opinion.
It's like an ass. Everybody has one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anywho,
Can ask. Anyway, moving on. What were we saying?
we're talking about what you thought qualified you.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I can't really pinpoint anything. I can start going on and on about me, but God's time, God's plan, right?
Yeah.
Listen to it. My music is there. Go stream Dreamers right now featuring Tio Nason. I speak about these things. I think a lot of this stuff was also, like they say, God puts the dream in you, sees you through, gives you the grace to.
Yeah.
Because some of the lyrics I write, I know I've been called whack and what, but just go and listen to my lyrics and you'll see the things that I speak about coming to pass. To be honest,
that was my next question.
Law of attraction.
Exactly. That was my next question.
I don't really believe in the whole law of attraction thing, but yeah.
You don't?
But here's how the law of attraction
you
works.
just said it though.
Exactly.
That's
You
exactly what you
manifest.
just
Okay,
said.
yeah,
it.
you guys call it law of attraction. I call it the grace of God and the gift that was.
Yeah, but again, it's exactly the same thing that whatever you want, you say it out loud and it happens.
All right.
I like what Wayne
attraction.
Dyer
Yeah.
says.
Cool.
It doesn't matter whether you believe in it or not. We all use it by speaking things about our
Exactly.
lives. And what you speak shall manifest. And what you did, you spoke all these things into existence. And
Yeah.
look at you.
And
look at
then
where
it
you're now.
happened. Yeah.
I really did. To be honest with you, I really, really did. Just that people don't listen. Yeah, I've been saying Makamba in it.
It's a law of attraction, Cleo.
the law of attraction.
Whether you believe in it or not.
but in Makamba in it. Daily, in Makamba in it.
So what are you manifesting for your life at this time? What are you speaking for the next 5 years maybe?
I don't really like to call it manifesting.
And you don't believe in law of attraction, but what are you speaking? What are you believing God for?
Thank you. That's what I like. I believe in the divine creator strongly. And I love to be connected to my creator, because there's no one who knows you the way the one that created you knows you, what he planted in you, the way he wired you. Even certain things you might not understand about yourself, your creator always knows. He has the
Hallelujah.
answers. Yeah. And that's why for me, that connection is very, very important. Doesn't make me an angel, doesn't make me, certain things,
But
but
you look like one. An angel, that is.
Elson, come through.
Kaliwa told me not to flirt.
Our
She
producer.
specifically
Yeah,
said
yeah,
yesterday,
yeah,
don't
yeah.
flirt. And that's not
Okay.
flirting, is it?
Kaluba, is that flirting? Does that count as flirting?
I think it does.
It does?
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should I continue?
No. Please don't.
Kalale, please forgive this one.
Just be you.
Allow me to stand in the gap.
Just be. We don't need.
Did you say be you?
Yeah, just
You
be
do not want me to be
So
me.
good. No. Just be you. Don't worry. It's so good.
You've had fame on a... Okay, with Big Brother, we can actually call it international, but then you can't really ride on that wave for too long. And then Def Jam is about to take you into the whole different stratosphere. Are you ready for that, though?
Well, bring it on.
She's gangster. Bring it on.
Bring it on.
I'll take it head on.
I just believe it's the beginning of the work, and I'm just geared for that. I'm geared to work. I'm ready to work. Like, yeah, my kids are grown. I'm working.
How many kids have you got?
3.
You got 3 kids. Wow. You look pretty.
Kaluba,
Come through.
come through. I think we need to start having Kaluba on the set because I like the way she looks at him when we have our production meetings. She gives him that eye and he sort of behaves himself. We need to start having Kaluba here full
Kaluba
time.
must come through, man.
Kaluba, please come through. Now, before we, talk about the new album, I think our female audience will kill us if we don't ask. It's a very important question.
Don't ask.
Our female audience would like to know, and I'm very sure they would like to know, and I'm sure some of them will kill us if we don't ask this question. How have you maintained your body shape even after 3 kids? Like,
I said the same thing too, and I'm meant to look like the pervert. He just said it in different words.
I rephrased
Exactly.
on your behalf.
Jesus.
I think mine sounds more
Context.
respectful. Like, how have you maintained yourself? 3 kids.
It's not easy.
Have you maintained your beauty? Because a lot of people lose their beauty even after 1 or 2 kids.
They look like what? A sack of hummus?
hummus.
Worse.
I love hummus, by the way.
I think
It's
the
my
ladies-
favorite thing.
The ladies would love to know your secret, though. What's your secret?
Go purchase my waist trainer today at Evolve Gym. The info is
Look at her
on
plugging an advert
my
into this.
Instagram page. Please do purchase my waist trainer. You can wear it under your clothes, and you can purchase a different one that you wear when working out. Please do purchase my waist trainer with Evolve Gym. Thank you.
And in addition to that, drink a lot of water. There's a reason why she's on an advert. Or is it a billboard on Great East Road
Yeah.
representing some water? You drink a lot of water, yeah?
I drink a lot of water. I drink 2 liters plus in a day.
A day.
Yeah, I work out at least 3 times a week, and I eat clean. I call it a cheating vegan. So I'm mostly vegan, but I do eat fish and chicken once in a while, especially when
You're not a vegan.
with Johnny. I'm a cheating vegan.
Cheating.
Let's just take it like that.
Oh, okay.
Like she
Cleo.
eats animals that eat vegetables.
Okay, Cleo.
Yes, I eat the animals that eat the vegetables.
She's a vegan.
Like cows.
That's it.
No cow, no. Cow is out. Cow is out. The more cow you eat, the more cow you look. Stop eating cow. Stop drinking cow. Trust me. I drink almond milk. Yeah, so I'm off the
Fancy.
dairy.
Yeah.
I'm off the red meat and the pork, but sometimes I eat bacon. And then
I just told you that you're not a vegan.
She eats animals that eat vegetables.
okay, just regulate your eating because it's 80% food and it's 20% working out. So I'm not where I want to be, but I'm a bit happier with where I am now because with the vegan thing, I feel lighter and with the waist. Should I stand up?
Please do. Guys, camera works.
And just take the waist in.
Jesus.
You can give us a 360.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You can Photoshop this, by the way. Side profile. Other side profile. Thank you. Front view, my favorite because the waist is. Like I told you.
As you were. Cleo, as you were.
Get the waist trainer. Get the waist trainer. Okay. It helps because somebody actually wrote a very silly comment and they're like, why don't you just work out your waist or whatever? I'm like, yes, we do work out the waist, but with the assistance of the waist trainer because especially moms, like if you've just given birth, get into waist training 8 hours a day. You will thank me. It'll hurt, but you will get there and your waist will be snatched, darling.
This is just going to go down in history as my favorite interview ever. Yeah, you're saying?
Quick question. There was a debate about women getting 2 husbands and whatnot that went on. What was the conclusion to that? Because there's
debate.
Because I'm going somewhere with this question, Cleo.
Carry on.
You want to marry her as well?
Goddamn right.
Yeah, I think one husband is enough for me, eh? I'm
It is enough.
very content.
Oh, you don't know what I bring to the table.
Oh, no, honey. I don't even want to know.
Cleo,
I'm that content.
Can I put you in the spot for just 1 second? You're a married woman, but you asked us not to talk about your husband in any way. Why?
Because we keep what we have. It's not for entertainment consumption.
So we can't talk about anything to do with Caladocious on this interview. Okay, can I talk about maybe how you met? Just that, please. Like, what did he
Wouldn't
have?
you love to
What
know?
did he have that other niggas didn't have? What did he say? I know he's got game with his music. He told you were his oxygen, and then what?
No. You must call him here for his interview and
You
ask
are
him
my
what he said.
oxygen.
You don't sound anything like him.
I know, but I'm just using his words.
Yeah. I'm not. No comment.
We're not going to talk about this.
No, we're not.
What the?
So I've got another question that he wanted to know.
Yeah.
So you remember you sent me a voice
That
note
he wanted to.
that he wanted to know. Yeah.
Yeah, throw me under the bus now.
Yeah.
Yeah. You and I have been chatting for quite a bit. So you sent me a voice note saying, ask me anything apart from my husband.
Because our relationship is not for entertainment.
No, it's okay. I'm going somewhere with this. So I forward the voice note to this guy. The first thing he says to me is, why does Cleo have a British accent?
Oh, crap. Can I play that? Where's my phone?
No, don't do that.
Let me
Oh, crap.
look for it.
Yeah, look for it. Your phone is better.
Accents. I've got several accents.
Nah, but I know it's one of those where
I
you're having
just
fun.
don't do them when I'm on the spot like that. But I can do Jamaican accent. English
Please don't
accent.
talk about my husband. That's something like how she said it.
Yeah, something like that.
Cleo, you gave us a 360 here, and I remember from your Instagram, you're always glammed up, dolled up.
Really? Not
Your
always.
fashion is always on point.
Okay.
How much do you spend on the look, like on a monthly basis, maybe? Can you put a figure on it?
I can't put a figure on it.
But it's expensive.
Listen, okay, here we go.
Put it.
That doesn't sound good.
Here's what I'll tell you
Yeah.
not to do. Don't ask me about my husband. That is all. Anything else?
Play this clearly on this. Where's
my
the speaker?
goodness,
Yeah.
you guys, this is
Yeah?
not
Yeah.
good. That was not.
Here's what
No, the speaker's here.
Here's what I'll tell you not to do. Don't ask me about my husband. That is all. Anything else is fair game.
Anything else is fair game. So I'll go past that. So you guys have kept your relationship very under wraps. You don't want people to know what you're up to. Do you feel like that maybe, gives people too much access to your relationship if you talk about it on an interview like this one? Do you feel people have got so much to attack about you if you bring out your personal issues? Like
No, I think our relationship is just not for entertainment consumption.
But you're both entertainers. So.
Yeah, and we entertain you with our talent,
That's
and our
it.
gifts, and that's it.
I would have loved to know how Caladocious, man, worked around this, man. Okay, maybe you just tell us about how you met.
Our relationship is not the entertainment.
It's a brilliant answer. She's wise, eh?
She's wise.
All right, cool.
See why her and I are gonna get married?
Do you know that?
But I'm not gonna marry someone who looks as dumb as I am. Gotta be smart, man.
I thought you said you graduated.
Say again?
Didn't you graduate and he's the dropout?
No, he is the dropout.
Okay. And you, the graduate?
No, when it comes to you, levels, we spoke about this.
Do you have a master's?
No,
Okay.
You do?
I've got a bachelor's degree.
Okay.
He's got a master's.
I don't like this game.
Your husband's got a master's.
I don't like this game.
It could be a master's.
Neither do I. Let's move on to the.
Or it could be a master's in theology.
Oh, speaking of a husband, one day I'm in a meeting soliciting business for the radio station. I own a radio station, by the way.
Okay.
That's why I'm bringing this.
Congratulations.
Okay, 2. So one day I'm in this gorgeous looking building soliciting business, and I'm pitching. Our radio station is located here. It can do this for you. We're the biggest in Muchinga province, and blah 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 blah. So we got to the point where now the marketing team of this company where I was at liked the pitch that I've put up, and they're like, you know what? But we can't make a decision. We have to call our boss. And lo and behold, the boss is passing the corridor. Door opens and it's Caladocious. I was like, what?
Okay.
He is into marketing.
Well, are you surprised he's a boss?
I was actually.
He doesn't look like one.
No. After I saw him in a suit, now he does. Because I mean, all I know about him was the music until that day. I didn't know that he works where he works. Let's not mention the company here, but is he done with music? Like, okay,
Not done with music. He's been releasing music.
I haven't heard anything in a while, man.
He's done 2 songs recently.
Recently, he's done 2 songs.
Yeah. The one that he did with Kikero,
Yeah.
and there was another one that Kikero did, and he had it.
Oh, with Kakiro. Anyway, I think we need to have him on his own
call him.
episode. Yeah.
Since you know where to find him.
I now know where to find him,
Exactly.
but I just brought that up because I was happy to find him where he was. I was
Really?
starstruck, mind blown.
And did you
Everything.
get the business deal?
Amazing.
It's coming. I was told mid this year. Yeah. So now that we're talking to Cleo, she's probably gonna help us out get that deal. Probably get a bigger figure for the deal. Cleo,
All the best.
can we talk about your new album now? Your new album is called Leaders of the New School, and you've already released
It's an EP.
2 singles. Yeah. You've released like what? 2 singles?
Yeah, 2 singles so far.
And-
So Cold and On My Own.
Both old and new fans are raving about the quality of your vocals on that amazing rhythm. What is the story behind the title of that album, Leaders of the New School?
I wanted to ask the same thing.
Yeah.
Really?
What's
thought
behind that?
I spoke about this before.
Well, you scratched the top. Yeah, you scratched a bit.
Surface.
Scratched the surface. Yeah.
Scratch
Well-
the top sounds crazy.
Get your mind out of the gutter,
It
bruv.
lives there.
Oh God! It's about
Yeah.
the leaders of the new school. It's about the kids who are doing it for themselves, making a buzz, making a wave, being unapologetically themselves, and just making that good music, doing what they can for the entertainment industry. That's who it's about. It's really about the leaders of the new school, and I feel, like I said before, the exchange of energies, of vibes for me was just everything. It really was just everything, because hip hop is it's a young man's sport. It's a fresh game. It's it's that, and so it was the perfect title for it.
Would you consider yourself that?
What?
A leader of the new school?
Would I consider myself that? Not really. Not really. But I guess I'm part of them. I'm part of them. Yes. Yeah.
But do you not feel, though, that based off where you are coming from, you would not really want to digress to sort of go head to head with whatever the new sound is, but just remain constant to who you have been all this while?
I think you should listen to the EP, then
Judge.
talk to me.
Speaking of the EP,
Is your sound changed, though?
You should listen to the EP.
Is it out?
It's coming out on the 27th of May.
Right.
Yeah, then the whole thing will be out. Another song is going to drop a few weeks from now, but the whole thing 27th of May.
I like the other song, On My Own, with Toela Kaira.
Yeah.
I love Toela, by the way.
Yeah, the Beat Banger produced that. It's amazing sounds. I love Toela too. She's such an amazing talent. I'm so excited to see where her career is going.
All right, we're kind of running out of time.
I'm surprised today our producers haven't spoken about time today.
I was supposed to plug
Crap,
in
you
my
have?
outfit. This is Mangishi doll. It's a Zambian design.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, by Kapasa Musonda, Mangishi doll. She made this, and
That's beautiful.
Do check her out. She dressed up Angela Bassett once at some awards. She's doing really well. She's
I was about to say, where can we
She's
get
got a
that?
store at East Park now. She's got a store at East Park
He
now.
wants to dress like you now.
I mean, this
Is it online?
unisex. Online too, yes, it is online, but there's a store at East Park.
And how do people purchase it online? Can you use mobile money?
Mangishi doll.
Can you use mobile
Mangishi?
money?
You can use mobile money, I think, from what I remember.
Because I do not know if she knows this.
I bought this during the pandemic, so it was online.
Perfect.
Yes.
There's a platform called Ting. Tell her about it.
Ting.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a payment gateway.
Okay.
So when a person purchases their jumpsuit and they're at the checkout, Ting provides you several options of how you are able to make your purchase, right? So mobile money, Visa, MasterCard.
I'll tell her about Ting.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. I'll send my invoice. We need some of that dev. We still did not talk about the dev check. What's it look like?
I'm actually
Just know that it's like 6 figures.
six
Figures.
like with a K or a $sign at the beginning.
$.
God damn.
Has this money already come through?
Let's not talk about that.
No, it's spread out because she owes a couple of albums, so I'm sure it's spread out, right?
Yeah, of course it has to be spread out.
Oh.
I prefer it that way.
So
Otherwise, it's upwards.
so hold on.
I know what you mean.
So here's what I want to. So from the 6 figures, what comes to you? What is portioned to marketing? What's portioned to
Lord,
the
that's a
producing?
lie. We don't have much time.
No, you can. Is the whole 6 figures coming to you, or they say 6 figures?
Let's just leave it at the 6 figures, guys. You know what I'm saying? Man?
And it's a dollar sign at the beginning, not a K. Not a K.
Damn.
Dude. I wish I was
Next
clear.
question.
Next question. You know, speaking of international collabos, like the leaders of the new it's all Zambian collabos, right?
Zambian,
Because I remember
yes.
you posted something about, trying to expose and raise others.
Yeah.
What's that phrase again? You're not successful until you've helped others grow or rise as well. There's a phrase like that, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Something like that.
Something like to that effect, yeah. And you've been so lucky to, collaborate with some of huge names on the continent. Which artist would be like your dream collabo?
I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore if I want an artist to be my dream collabo or if I want it to be a producer. But right now, I think Africa is where it's at.
Yeah.
Africa is where it's at, and I'm really liking Ruga right now. I'm loving Ruga's sound. Of course, there's the usual guys like your Burna Boys, your WizKids, Diamond Platinums, Nasty C, Casper Your Vest. Everybody would love features from those guys, especially,
Is Def Jam connecting you to any of these for a feature?
Def Jam is doing what they can actually
Yeah.
to make my dreams come true. So like I said, it's just about the work that we are putting in and seeing how we gel people's schedules and this, because I know what it's like when people ask me for features. No matter how badly you want to do it,
Yeah.
sometimes it's the time and the season. Like right now, I'm out of recording season, so I'm not in the studio. I'm in another season because an EP just dropped, so we are marketing it.
Yeah.
We're doing band rehearsal. We're shooting music videos. When we get into studio mode, it's
I can feature on your song
to
in
be
this
in
period.
studio mode. So
Yeah.
it's very difficult. So like right now, my features have piled up because I've said yeses to a couple of artists, but I'm not in studio mode yet. So yeah, so I get that as well. So we it's all about syncing and it's all about timing. So in due time.
But who are your top 3? Like people you'd love to feature on your
I
album?
think top 3
International acts.
I would say Nasty C, Diamond Platinums, and WizKid.
Speaking of Nasty C, he singled you out as the only artist he knows from Zambia, though.
Yeah, that was
What was that about, man? How did that make you feel, though?
it caught me unaware because
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, okay. But it's not surprising.
Yeah.
It's not surprising. I don't know where he heard about me from, but we have reached out to his team before, so maybe it's through that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then a few weeks ago, you opened the stage for Bobby V.
And
How do you pronounce it? Rotimi?
Rotimi. Yeah.
Okay. Did they give any advice about your career, like backstage? What did they say
Yes,
to you?
Actually, they did.
Okay.
Rotimi said to me, "Do you, be you." He asked me because those guys are Americans, right?
Yeah.
So I rap in English, and it's got a bit of an accent to it. Okay, that's not fully African. And he asked me like, "How do you speak to yourself in your head?" I was like, "The way I speak now is the way do you speak to yourself in English or in your local language?" I said, "I speak to myself in my local language. Like the way I speak now is like the way I speak to. I'm even worse in my head. Like I even speak to God in my British accent sometimes. I'm like, God, do you know that? Why not? Like he gets me. He created me. Like I said.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot that goes on in my head. And I said, I speak to myself just like this. He's like, then be you and go all out. Just do you. Whereas on Bobby V's side, he was more like, in African music, like right now, the Amapiano sound is really what's popping right now. So try and get into that, And I was trying to tell him like, but it's not me.
Def Jam said I should do hip hop.
It's not me.
Yeah.
Honestly, I love what's happening for us right now as Africans. I love it so much. And I am trying my best to see where I fit in, but not stray too far away from who I am and how I am. Because if you change and lose yourself, you will get lost. Literally.
Are you still talking to the two though after the show?
Not really. I think part of their management like Bobby V's manager. She's an amazing lady. We are in touch. And on Rotimi's side, I think our managers are the ones that talk.
Ask your manager to ask Rotimi's manager. There's this story going around on some silly story about Rotimi stole KK's eagle off the grave.
What's that about? I haven't heard that.
You haven't seen that? You haven't seen that?
How come I don't see all these things?
Because he makes shit up.
I'm not. I'm not making this up. There's something on Twitter on Facebook. Well, I think it started as a joke. Somebody said Rotimi stole the eagle from KK's burial site. You haven't seen that? Heard of it?
Oh.
I'm wondering the same thing.
State House. This is the first time I was in the State House. I was so proud of myself.
Great stuff, man.
Yeah.
All right, game time.
Game time. Zed Trivia. That's Zed Trivia. Now, Cleo, we always like to end our show with some trivia questions. And for today's episode, we have prepared, a game called Who Are You Calling?
Okay.
You ready for this?
Yeah, who am I calling where?
Don't
Generally
worry.
in the world.
No, we'll tell you.
In the world. We'll tell you.
Okay, I see.
Now, Cleo, you're a queen in the Zambian music industry, and it seems you are friendly. You did say you're a social butterfly. Yes. And, you're friendly with everyone.
Not really.
You don't quite have beefs with anyone.
That doesn't make me friends with everybody.
Okay, well, most people.
Yeah,
now, we're
I'm
going to
cool
give
with
you...
everybody. Let's say that.
Okay, cool. You've got a lot of friends. We're gonna give you, some scenarios, and you must let us know which one of your industry friends you would call for each scenario.
Okay.
You want to take this up? Number one?
Right.
Bring it on,
go.
Elson.
And I think she should call this person with that
Ooh,
scenario.
I like how you say my name.
Oh, okay.
Say it again.
Nope.
Cleo.
I don't take orders.
She's a queen. Doesn't kneel bow before anyone. Yeah.
Imagine you go to a supermarket. You're doing groceries. All right. You get to the till. Your bill is 10,000.
Which is usually what it is.
Damn.
I got 3 kids.
And your card declines, which we don't suppose it ever would.
But it declines.
But in this scenario, it does.
Okay.
Who do you call? 10 pin.
Huh?
10 pin. So you need them to e-wallet you something. Who?
You're calling Bombshell. Let's call her.
Let's call her.
Let's call her.
Phone.
Are you good at acting though?
Excuse me?
Are you good? Are you a good actress?
Calling Bombshell.
Calling Bombshell.
I'm so sorry.
Don't laugh.
Okay, I'm gonna laugh.
So put your game face on. Tell me groceries. Your card is not
don't
doing
laugh.
through,
Put
and
your game
right
face
now,
on.
You
Be
need
a
her to
serious-
send you money right now because there are people that are in the queue that are looking at you funny.
Like, dude, I don't know if it's the network, but shit is just not going through.
I've got 5 missed calls.
From Bombshell.
One of them is from my nanny.
Ooh, that's scary.
One is from my mom. 2 are from my mom. 2 from my sister.
Ooh.
Can I call the nanny? Or should I call Bombshell first?
Bombshell.
Okay.
I'm so
give me a
terrible.
breakup.
This is the nanny, like something would have
know,
happened
right?
to the
The
kid.
kids.
I'm saying call
You know what?
Bombshell.
No. If it was the kids, trust me, it would have been more than 1 missed call.
Okay.
Look at me
Alright, cool.
searching for Bombshell. I didn't even save as Bombshell in my phone. Okay.
What have you saved as? Bobo.
Bombo, no, she's Shelly Shells. Shelly.
Is it on speaker?
Oh, speaker. This is so bad. She's
Please sound as emotional as possible. Can somebody do that ShopRite voice? Come to the... No.
Don't do that. Friday, 17 hours, Bombshell.
And she's not picking up.
She's not picking up. Bombshell, 17 hours, Friday. Sad.
Jesus. What a terrible friend.
She knows. No. She's.
Or she knows that you want to borrow money?
Wait, she told me that her daughter is not feeling well.
Well, she's probably with the daughter.
Yes.
So if Bombshell doesn't pick up, who do you
Who's
call
the next? Who's next in
Doesn't
line?
Pick up.
Who can rescue you?
Because clearly she's as reliable as a Toyota.
Hello, sisters.
Hey,
Boy, I need your help.
what's the problem?
I need like a 10 pin urgently. Listen. Listen, it's serious. I'll give you back even tomorrow.
Explain.
I'm
I
at
love this conversation.
ShopRite.
Yes?
And my card. I'm at ShopRite and my card has declined.
She's laughing.
What? Even Majesty is married. What?
Yes, please, accept. Just send it. I'll send it back to you tomorrow.
How long is declined? How much is it?
10,000 way.
What is you buying for that amount?
Groceries.
Eh?
Groceries.
Yeah.
So you'll send, baby?
Yes. Hey. So I send to the same number?
The same number, please. I'll give you even tomorrow. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. What?
Wow.
Okay, wait.
Bombshell!
That's a friend.
One day I'm on an interview.
That's a friend.
What?
Are you there?
Why the hell does this happen to me all the time?
They asked me, like, which friend would you call if you get stuck at the till and you need 10,000? I said, Bombshell.
Good job. Can we talk to Bombshell for a second? Bombshell, do you always have such monies lying around? We want to be your friend as well.
Guys, you gotta save up, you know?
You know how many Zambians have a 10 grand just lying around to give to friends whenever they ask? No one I know.
Anyway, you guys just made my day, you know?
Can I be your friend?
You can
All right,
be my
stop floating,
friend.
Kalenga. Thank you, Bombshell.
You're my friend.
Thank you, Bomb.
I'll get your number from Cleo. She just said she's my friend now, so yeah.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, Shelly Shell. You're saved as Shelly
You
Shells.
are welcome.
And send the love to
You're
Shayna,
welcome.
please.
She says send love to Shayla.
Shayna.
Shayna?
I will.
All right. Thanks, Bombshell. And it's
I shall.
Everybody
Thank you
needs
for
a rich
pranking me
friend.
again. This is like the second prank in such a...
serious.
Yeah, I was pranked again on April Fool's Day in a very similar context.
Wow, that's like 4 weeks ago. Wow, in the space of 1 month.
Yeah.
Everybody needs a bombshell in their lives. All
Okay,
right.
babes. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Next scenario: you're in the mood for a crazy night out, for partying and all that, and getting sloshed. Who are you calling?
Tandy V.
Tandy Fundamina.
Yes.
I've seen the photos on Instagram, so yeah, true. I get that.
Yeah.
Number 3 is Tandy. Tandy.
Yeah.
Were we workmates or did I get to Flavor FM after she left? I really can't remember, but we both worked for Flavor FM at some
Yeah,
point.
she was at Flavor.
Yeah, I worked there as well. You're on a solo road trip to Siavonga and you have a tire burst in the Siavonga hills. Who are you calling?
My husband.
You are my oxygen.
Yep.
Even when my tire burst. You're in a rap battle and you're up against Nicki Minaj and Drake. Who are you calling?
Tim Thugger. One time.
Great choice. That guy can rap. That guy can
No
rap.
delay.
That guy can rap. Last scenario. You're traveling South Africa and airport security. You're traveling South Africa and airport security finds weed in your suitcase. And they decide to detain you. Who are you calling? Who's coming to bail you out?
My lawyer friend, Petita. Definitely.
Petita Mwanza.
Yeah.
Nice one. All right, Cleo.
What's the worst rumor you've heard about yourself?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think one that I was doing my makeup at a certain makeup artist's house. And then when we were done, we took some photos in her yard. And she lives in a big yard. And then the picture was taken and then they said, this is Cleo's boyfriend's place. He rears chickens and blah, 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 something like that. I was just like, okay, I don't know where that came from.
Wow.
This is while you're married.
No. This is some time back.
Whew. I was about to think, where are these rumors coming from, man?
Right.
No, it was way, way back.
Oh, guys, this one's going down in history as one of my most favorite interviews. Cleo, you are such a vibe, and
Thank you for having me.
it's been an interview full of laughs and good vibes,
I
good
know.
flow.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I just laughed at Bombshell was really shocked. What are you buying? That's worth 10,000 in ShopRite.
No, but I like that because she's clearly a concerned friend.
Yes.
If somebody calls me and says they want 10,000, the first thing I'm thinking is you're buying drugs.
So I sent to this number.
That's the first thing that I'm thinking of.
She was really moved. She was really moved. She's like,
10 grand.
You know, one thing that I also like, the first time that I called Cleo, I sort of had to introduce myself.
Yeah.
And explain who we are. Imagine my shock when she was like, "Oh yeah, I know you guys because I watched the podcast."
And you called me immediately, like, dude, I just spoke to Cleo and she knows
And
us.
I was like, "Damn,
A Def Jam recording artist knows us.
we're clearly doing something right."
I know,
I
right?
think I watched the Slap D episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Huge
that's
fan
cool.
of Slap D.
Okay.
And we're laughing about the coincidence, the Slap D episode and this one. I wore the same sweatshirt on the Slap D episode.
No, really?
So it's going to look like every time we interview a hip
Do you
hop
need
artist.
somebody to plug you in with some merch?
I think so.
Speaking of merch,
Yeah.
I mentioned this again, and I'll mention this again because he's randomly. This is how sad my life is. I randomly go out and I have lunch on my own. So I'm having lunch and Slap Deep just pops up out of nowhere and he yells, "So this is how sad your life is. You come and you eat." So from there, he actually took me to a shop at Lewanika and he got me free clothes.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Imagine that.
That is so sweet.
So look more lonely, you'll get free shit.
Slap D, I'll be doing lunch alone tomorrow at East Park Mall.
I hang out with so many people and I get free shit all the time.
You get free shit, right?
Even my clothes, all my clothes.
I think the only free shit I've got this month is internet from Zamtel. They made me an influencer.
Bottles of Johnny. I got
And then you are flying for free.
flowers, I'm flying for free.
Yeah,
Zambia Airways.
but listen, we need to
Royal
be grateful.
Zambian
ProFlight has
Royal
given us
Zambian.
free flights.
Oh,
Oh, ProFlight, yeah, gave us
Okay,
free
good for you
flights.
guys.
Hilton has given us free rooms.
yeah.
I've got free internet from Zamtel.
Hilton gave me a free room too.
We know where your bags are.
Yeah.
Sadly, I hope you didn't steal anything from Cleo's bags.
It's my birthday, and I was hoping.
It's my birthday. It's my birthday.
It's your birthday and you're hoping to steal some Johnny Walker from my room. Remember to follow us on Instagram, that's Zed Podcast, and on Facebook, that's Zed Podcast. YouTube, please don't forget to subscribe. Click the subscribe button.
Please
Click the like.
subscribe.
Comment on these episodes.
Let me give people the jam. See, the platform that you're watching us on is called the internet. I made it. Right? I created this. So as a thank you for me giving you this amazing gift called the internet, just click the subscribe button. That's all I ask. Is that too much to ask, Cleo? Wait.
While you're at it, you can also go to Cleo Ice Queen Music and you can click subscribe because we will be coming up with the brand new video from myself and Tawela Kyra called On My Own, produced by The Beat Banger and shot by Director Lo of Real Studios.
One other thing that I forgot to mention. Two things. We want to start like merch, right?
Yeah.
Actually, three things. Patreon.
Patreon, yes.
Yes. So we are on Patreon now.
What's that?
It's a platform. No. It's a
Platform
platform
for
that you
payments.
are able to go. You go to patreon.com / Zed Podcast. If you want to send us some money. If you want to buy merch.
Who owns the platform?
It's a global platform.
It's a global
that
platform.
Even you, Cleo, could set up. Actually, a lot of artists are there. Like, especially
You're able to set it up. So if anybody wants to send money, if they want to buy anything that you're selling, they go on there and they're able to purchase whatever it is
Just
that
go
you...
to www.cleoicequeen.com. I got my own website.
And she's got her own money.
The other thing as well is hit me up if you are into website creation. So if you're a web developer, we are looking for somebody who's really talented to work with.
That's
So
what's
give us a shout.
This episode is brought to you by the Hilton Hotel. We're actually in a room with a bed in the background, which we're not going to use. And it's also brought to you by Call Me
for
Vocal.
yourself.
You can gift it to the birthday boy.
We can give to the birthday boy. You can come here with him.
Might as
again.
well if you're nice to us.
Yeah. I hope he doesn't charge us.
Cheers.
The birthday boy is also a camera
Johnny,
guy.
Drink responsibly all the time.
And not for sale to
Do you have a
persons under the age of 18.
Not for sale to persons under the
You don't
age
have a
of
girlfriend.
18.
So what the hell should we give you a room then?
It's his birthday. He can just do what?
Nah, you don't want to hear that.
This episode was brought to you by the Hilton Hotel. Like I said, we're recording this episode from. There's a bed in the background, which we're not going to use. And it's also brought to you by Call Me Vocal, a vocal artist, a voiceover artist who is living in Abu Dhabi right now. And he's an amazing guy. Please follow him on Instagram at Call Me Vocal.
Call him vocal.
The account is called Call Me
Don't
Vocal.
confuse things.
The account is called Call Me Vocal.
I know.
Till the next episode, it's that Zed Podcast. My name is K+, and this guy.
Guacha, good morning, Zambia. My name is Chanda, and I'm a voice actor in Abu Dhabi. I'm using my voice to promote Zambian history and culture, like the mighty Mosio Tunya.
Somewhere in Zambia, the Victoria Falls, one of the 7 natural wonders of the world, locally known as the Mosio Tunya, which means the smoke that thunders.
Kabwe's Broken Hill Skull.
The Kabwe Cranium. The Broken Hill Skull. Zambians. Who was this ancient man, and why should we care?
For international standard voiceovers, reach out to me on email. Call me vocal@hotmail.com.